day, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's had a fantastic weekend. Fingers crossed. Hopefully. Yeah, things are going great for me, Jesse. How are things for you? Hopefully you've had a good weekend. Whew. Almost couldn't get that sentence out. I'm tired, but it's been a great weekend. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. Well, aside from the tired part, but I get that. I get that part. That is completely understandable. Well, hopefully I'll be able to get some good rest tonight. Fingers crossed. I went up to Idaho to visit my mom and sister. Oh, that is quite the drive. Well, hopefully that went well. Hopefully it wasn't too bad of a drive though. You just got home. Well, I am honored that you would turn on the stream right as you get home. Thank you for that. Let's see. We got ourselves a Hootie Hen, a Seelick, a Cameron, GG Owl. Who's the owl? I don't get it. Let's see. We got a Chili Jam as well. Welcome everyone. Glad you're here. Testing. Oh wait, there's no microphone to get my mouse close to and make funny zany sounds. Let's see. Moonwood, what do you think you're gonna work on today? Well, Hootie Hen, that is a great question. So chances are probably what we're gonna be working on today is some art stuff. We're gonna be making some decorations and things like that for the tomb, as well as so if you remember from last stream, we reworked kind of a little bit the room. Some of it wasn't great. Yeah. Let me just pull up what we had worked on last time. That I guess apparently I thought that I had explained this, but maybe I didn't, or maybe I didn't explain it well. So I was looking at potentially redesigning how the rooms looked in the game. And it's most likely because I've been sitting here staring at these exact same rooms for the better part of wait. Hootie Hen reached 3 stream streak minute. 3 streams in a row. Not bad, Hootie Hen, not bad. It's impressive actually. I honestly had no idea you could share that. It's kind of fun though. I like it. Anyway, yeah, so I was kind of like, maybe we need to redo the rooms. I was like, do these actually look good? I kind of wasn't liking them. And so anyway, so I was kind of introducing a few of like the potential changes that I was working on, looking at. One of them looked like this, the other looked like this, and then the last one kind of looked like this. This one was like the last of like the potentials. So this was kind of one that I was more leaning toward, and I was like, how does everyone feel about that? And everyone was like, it's fine. And then I was like, cool, like what if we replace, the room that we've been working on? And everyone was like, absolutely not, horrible. So I'm like, okay, all right, never mind, so we're not gonna redo the rooms. I think what we need to do though, I think the issue is that I've been looking at these rooms for almost the exact holy smokes, let me take a step back. I've been basically looking at these rooms for the better part of almost a year, and so I think it's not necessarily that I need to change the rooms. I think it's just that we need to like add more style and flair, and we need to actually make it look better, because this is not like the final look that I want for the rooms, right? Like I want to look just a slight bit more detail in the walls and things like that. So I think we're going to be working on that a bit tonight. The reason why we didn't do that last time is because as we were working on it, I realized we had a bit of an issue. The issue being that with the rooms, the doors that are in the walls, like, you don't have a door here, and a door here, and then you've got like if you can go backwards, there's like the door thing right there. The problem there is that all the doors were baked into the walls themselves, and so if you had things like, say, vines going over where the doors should be, we kind of ran into issues because then the vines would show up over the doors. But I couldn't necessarily put the vines beneath the doors because the doors were baked into the walls, and so if I wanted to have things on the walls, I would have to be making the decorations kind of go around the doorways. And so I kind of tried to do that as an example here, so you could, because of like there's a door here, you need to make sure the vines aren't touching it. If there's a door here, you have to make sure the vines weren't touching it, and same thing here. And it just kind of got to the point where I'm like, this kind of looks a little bizarre, right?
_Benedict cheered 5 bits. Sup nerds, it's your boy, insert cool name here, and him committing great animal-based crime in Poke France. Also, hello Moon Man, playful face emoji, playful face emoji, playful face emoji.
Thank you for those playful face emojis, I appreciate that, Axel. And also thank you for the bits, welcome, I'm glad you're here. It sounds like you've been having an absolute blast in the new Pokemon. Good times. Yeah, welcome. I also love the reference to your song. I'm gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna be listening to it. But yeah, glad you're here. Welcome. Anyway, yeah. So that was kind of the problem with the last stream, and then obviously we were like 2 hours into the stream, and then Twitch started doing all sorts of weird things where the bit rate was just going crazy, and we were dropping frames, and it just was not. It was not a good time. Not a good time. So. After the stream ended, I did continue to work on the game, kind of like I said that I was going to, and so I got it to the point, like, there's not going to be really any visible difference. You're not going to see anything different, but okay, except for this. That's a new decoration that I was trying to, like, experiment with, and I don't think we're going to go with it. The whole, like, extra, I don't know what you'd call that. The extra detail on the brick kind of didn't turn out exactly how I was wanting. But again, like I was saying, you're not going to necessarily see it on here because it should look the exact same. But there is now separate image layers, so you have the walls and the floor, and then you have the doors showing up on an image layer above that, and then there's one image layer between that, and so we could put decorations on the walls that then go below the doors, and so we can create things like cracked bricks, vines, and things like that that aren't necessarily restricted to the cutouts for the doors, and then, yeah, we can put all the things there, and everything's gonna be good, and it's great, and yeah. Anyway, so that's everything that I worked on, and that's kind of what we got done. And so basically tonight we'll probably be going through. We're going to be adding some new decorations to the walls. So making more pillars and vines and moss and stuff like that. Maybe experimenting with some different colored bricks, just kind of seeing what that feels like. And then after that, because I imagine we're probably only going to work on that for like an hour, maybe 2. After that, we're going to start probably. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Oh, after that, we're probably going to be working on the level up system because that needs to be redone. For anyone who remembers, I don't actually. Okay, I know there'll be people here that do remember the original level up screen. We have not seen it in like months, maybe even longer than that. A very long time. Wait, what do we got here? Axel reach a 3-stream streak. Oh, hey, 3-stream streak. Cool. Anyway, back to nuking PokeFrance. Fair. That's fair. Anyway, so let me pull up these pictures really quick. So for anyone that does remember, or maybe doesn't remember, maybe that would be the proper one, is we used to have a level up screen that looked like this, and it would just say, pick a stat to increase, and you'd have the different stats on here, and then you pick one, and then you'd hit confirm. And that was it. That was the tall and the short of it. So, we will probably be redoing the level up screen entirely, and yeah. So anyway, that is the plan for tonight, is doing art stuff, doing decorations, and then probably doing the level up perk screen. I guess just the level up screen. It's not a level up perk screen. You're picking a stat to increase. It is the level up stat screen. That's what we'll call it. All right, what have I missed? Let's see here. We've got ourselves a Loki. Good evening, Loki. Glad you're here. Welcome. Cameron says, God Twitch, be good today. Come on. Fingers crossed. Utiko says, hello, welcome. Glad you're here, Nico. How's your weekend so far? I guess it's probably the end of it, so hopefully it was a good weekend. They said GG because I was first to chat. Fair. Here's the owl. I didn't see it. I saw no owl. Moonwood, if you have time before you start coding, please check a song I made for my game and community projects in the Discord channel. You don't need to listen to it full, and it's supposed to be the theme for more intense dungeon sections. Give me some advice on how to make it sound groovier. Well, Chili Jam, we will do that really quick. Pull some Discord really quick over here. All right, we're good there. Let's see here. You said it was in the community projects. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, that guy. All right, Chili Jam, sneak peek of a song from Wega Simulator. All right, I'm going to give it a listen. Actually, here. I will play it on stream just so everyone else can hear it and hear all the goodness of it. So let me unmute this. I think that should be good. I think. I'm also going to turn that down because that was a really loud starting note. All right, here we go. Whoop, too quiet. Okay, all right. All right. Actually, oh my gosh. I missed the groovy part. Jeez. Ooh. Okay, all right. Okay, so if you're wanting it to be groovier, I would say add more of what's at the end. That last 5 seconds is the grooviest part of the song. I like the rest of the song. The rest of the song's fine. It's totally fine. Like, I like it. But if you're going for groovy, that ending spot, that was very groovy, and I liked it. That was really good. So having a little bit more of that in the song, and obviously, like, if it's going to be a longer song, right, where you can have more of that going on, that it almost kind of sounds like a I don't know, like a jazzy organ. Yeah, I would say have a little bit more of that, and you should be golden. Should be golden. Oh wait, there's an upgraded version. I'm so sorry. All right, here we go. Upgraded version. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Now here's a real question. Are we gonna get groovy right here still? All right. I think the only thing I would maybe say, and obviously if this was like an intentional choice, totally understandable, but right in here, I almost feel like there's just a little bit too much to be paying attention to. I will say you would want to keep the track, the one that's got like going crazy. That one I would say reserve for its own section. Like I would almost say like reserve that for its own like solo section almost. Where you maybe only have like one or two other like the percussion in the background, and then you start having that doing its whole solo thing. That would like the only thing that I could say would be the only thing that I would maybe change, would be having that be like its own solo thing, because it's going crazy and I love it and it's fantastic. But I feel like with its tempo versus like the tempo of the like all the other instruments, I almost feel like it needs its own spotlight, its own something to just like make it shine. So that would be the only thing that I would say. But honestly, other than that, like you are nailing it, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love it. Very well done. Very good stuff. I love it. I love it. All right. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's see. I love the color palette. It's so simple yet effective. Thank you, Chili Jam. Well, we are looking at potentially replacing it, because as of right now, this is what we got, right? Like this is the color palette right here, and it's good. Like it's a good color palette. Don't get me wrong. But it is missing a few things that I do need. Like there's not really a good like parchment color that we have. There's not really a good brown in there. And so like I think expanding it just a little bit and maybe making it slightly less bright and like vibrant, I almost feel like I need to do that. So as of right now, this is roughly the new color palette we're looking at. I'm still going kind of back and forth between this and there's another one that I had that I was kind of working with. I may have somewhere else, but it's slightly more vibrant than this, and I'm kind of like on the fence about which one to go with, like the slightly more muted or the more vibrant. And I know this looks very muted, but I promise when it doesn't look all like this in its own weird spot right there, they do feel very vibrant. Like the colors feel fine. Like they aren't quite as bright and vibrant as the current colors, right? But that's intentional. I'm trying not to have it be too in your face, over the top, but it should still feel fine. So I don't know. Still kind of on the fence though about exactly which ones, but these ones definitely do work with like the more dark feel to it all. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, because it's like, you know, if I were to replace these vines with this, then of course we would also want to replace the bricks with this darker brick as well. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. It is definitely going to be one of those things that I'll be working on for a while and just trying to get just right. And then at the end of it, then I'll have to go in and, I don't know, does everything just feel too gray? This might just be too gray. It was working fine-ish with the monsters. By the way, I'm redoing the monster, like, yeah, no. Anyway, so maybe we do go with a slightly more vibrant one, because I do have the other palette, which I come over here. I think it's on Monsters 2. Oh. Okay, yeah, so this is the more grayed out version, and then this is the more vibrant version. I almost feel like we do go with the more vibrant one. I think that would actually probably be better. Yeah. Yeah, I think the other one's just a little bit too grayed out, you know? A little too desaturated. Get that a little bit more up to size. Yeah, I think that would feel better. Then we can replace the grays in the room with like something like that. The floor could be, I don't know, that. And then this darker part can be that. But then we can have the vine would be something more along the lines of something like that. That's a little bit too bright. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Or that even. Yeah. Yeah, I think that kind of keeps with like these. Yeah. I think just having just a little bit more vibrance in the color feels better. So, cool beans. Anyway, all right, cool. Let's see here. Well, look who it is. Welcome, Mathra. Glad you're here. Add moss and vines to the walls and floors. Yeah, definitely, 100%. We want to do that. What would the rooms look like with pillars in the corners? I mean, they're not going to be like giant pillars. You know, they'll maybe be like roughly, I don't know, like this size-ish. Roughly. So yeah, nothing too large. Just kind of just a little something. You know, add a little bit of I don't know, depth to it, I guess you could say. Chili Jam says, wait, Moonwood, maybe make the vines a darker color when they are crossing with the brick. Could do that. I could do that as well. Let's see. I couldn't think of a name. Totally fine, Axel. No worries at all. Chili Jam says, Moonwood, sorry if this sounds rude, but you use the emoji like how dads use the thumbs up one. Hey, now. I take offense to that. I do use that a lot. I've kind of determined that that's like my signature emoji is the hands up like this, and then the blue heart. Those are my two signature emoji uses. So if anyone tries to send you a message claiming they're Moonwood and they don't use one of those, probably not Moonwood. Just saying. Naming things sucks, but never let me name a kid. Wait, they'd be named Kevin. That would be a terrible name. Absolutely horrible name. Can there be cracks on the floor to show it has been there for a long period of time? Absolutely. Yeah, we can add cracks to the floor, to the walls, things like that. Yeah, those are definitely going to get added. Let's see. Stream just started, and already his mouth betrays him. It's terrible. It really is bad. Yeah, it is. Maybe I should do like some mouth exercising warm-up things. Maybe. Wasn't there a purple swirly one, or was that just going into this one? Oh, so that was like the actual progressing of levels. The actual level up screen is like the character reaching an XP threshold, and then, you know, being able to actually like level up your character. So there was like the level up screen, which was the whole like purple swirly thing, and then you like pick your next level and all that fun stuff. But yeah, the level up screen for the player itself, once you gain your enough experience, that's going to be the one that we work on a bit. Let's see, Moon, let's see, I'm about to have 900 points, and I think I'm going to save up for Dare or Truth or Name and Credits. It's not a bad idea, not a bad way to go. The music is amazing. Listen to the upgraded version. I changed. Yeah, that's my bad. Starts being a bit of a headache with this song. No, you're good. Now you got to check out my song earlier. It's Only Fair.
Unknown artist says, I have posted a song in your Discord. Also, I am on the run because I betrayed some run dev.
Uh-oh. What happened? What did you do to betray him? What have you done? Or did you betray some random dev because you're here instead of in their stream. That's possible. That's possible. I can see that. You're gonna need some witness protection program, probably. But wait. Oh, you're meaning to check out your song early. But Axel, that would mess with my Monday morning routine, which is get into work, get my coffee brewing, go sit down on my desk, turn on the new Axel Benedict song, listen to it while sipping my coffee. It's the perfect way to start every Monday. Yeah, I'll try to reduce the instruments a bit, maybe just keep like 2 channels at the same time, the background choir, and then the fast-paced riff thing. Not a bad plan, not a bad... And honestly, like, you don't necessarily have to, like, get rid of the other things. I'm just saying, have the first things, and then maybe somewhere else in the song have, like, almost like a solo kind of thing for that riff. If you would like. Again, you don't have to take any of my advice. Like, take it with a grain of salt. Like, that is just what I would personally do. I am by no means at all any kind of music creative, so... yeah, just saying. Hey, Moon Man, I just betrayed some randev. Okay, wait. So now I feel like we need some backstory. What have you done, unknown artist? How did you betray some randev? The bricks on the wall should have different shades of gray with moss looks, or like you're lost in a tomb. I think absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna get some moss on there, bro. It might not. Wait, bro. It might not. Midnight, let the people next door are playing music so loud it's annoying, and this is every other week, but they're nice, so I don't normally complain.
Benedict cheered 5 bits. He committed tax fraud under some randev's name.
I knew it! It's gotta be it. How could you, unknown artist? I cannot believe you. But that's really annoying that they're playing the music so loud. I would honestly go over there and tell them to turn it off. But I'm just that kind of guy, so, you know. What does the song remind you of? Also, I'm thinking of naming it something like, There's a Nail in My Toe. As far as what it reminds me of, I don't know if there's anything specific that it reminds me of, like, and like, not a specific title that comes to mind, but, just like something, like something very, like, arcadey, fast-paced, is kind of what comes to mind when I hear it. Post a song in your Discord, also, oh yeah, that's right, you posted a song, where in the Discord, though, unknown artist, did you post it? I left his stream for your okay, alright, that makes sense. Let's see, yeah, I want to hear it. Yeah, where, unknown artist, did you post this song? J means I'm joking, S means serious. Good to know. I did know the /J, but I feel like if you did /S, I probably would have been very confused. Art, oh, it's in the art channel, alright, let's go check out art channel. And then we're gonna catch up on YouTube chat, because I fall so far behind so often, and I'm just far behind on everything. Ugh. All right, here we go. We got ourselves a song here. Let's unmute the desktop audio. All right, everybody. Oh, let's make sure it's not too loud. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. This feels very like it'll be a part of your game. Is this correct? Is this correct? If so, it's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I get the feeling of, like, you know, walking around an unknown island thing, place, mountainous lands, like the game is. So, yeah, very nice. Kind of sounds like a cozy underwater level. It kind of does. Like, yeah, very, very, like, unknown, but not like you're, it's not, it doesn't make you feel scared or nervous or like there's something bad about to happen. I know there's a freaking word for it, but I cannot think of what the word is. But, yeah, it's kind of what it makes me feel like. It's like unknown, but calming. Yeah, I like it. It feels like I kind of hear like something from Earthbound. Probably, okay, yeah, Earthbound, I can see that. Probably just the choirs are just the O guitar from the game's sound font. That, very, very accurate. This is the old man talking, but isn't /S sarcasm. Loki, I think you might actually be right. Actually, you gotta change it. S is sarcasm, not serious. J is just being serious, and S is sarcasm. So you gotta flip them around. Unfortunately, I don't know how to import songs into GB Studio. No! That's alright, you'll figure it out. I believe in you. I believe in you. Oh hey, show them my not so spoopy song. I want their opinion on it. Wait, the one you sent me in the DM? Is that the one you're talking about? If not, though, let me know. Let's see. Cameron says, Twitch isn't working for me. I've done the drive to Idaho from California before. That is a long drive, Cameron. That is a long drive. Drive wasn't too bad. Once you get past Ogden, it's like basically empty roads until Pocatello, and then on the way back, there was one bad spot in traffic / construction, but the rest was fine. Yeah, basically as soon as you pass Ogden, it's a whole bunch of nothing, and that is the whole bunch of nothing that I grew up in. Yeah, a whole lot of nothing. Lots of farmland. That's about it. It's even worse in the wintertime, because in the wintertime, there's literally nothing but snowy fields. As long as it actually snowed. If it didn't snow, then it's even worse, because then it's just a bunch of gray, dead stuff. Specifically, Treasure Valley. I've been playing a bunch of COD Mobile. I'm sorry for your loss. I've been playing a bunch got a 12 kill per death in a match. Holy smokes. Okay, so you're actually good at it then. See, for me, when I hear I'm playing COD Mobile, I think of myself and I'm like, well, I'm terrible at that game, so it's not fun. But if you're getting 12 kills per death, that's pretty good. Longest drive I've done was like 7 days. Went from Halifax to Salt Lake City. Oh my gosh, that's a very long drive. Didn't have to take 7 days. Fair. Gonna lurk then? No worries, Cameron. No worries. Jay is serious. I can agree. I am always serious. Always. Nothing but serious. Nothing but serious. Darn, we got so many creative people sharing their music. Did I start this? There's definitely a lot of really creative people, I will say. So the word tentacle means to be tentic, and tentic means as a tent. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We must turn left to Saratoga, or else Ran Sam Dev is running at us. What? I've been playing Ball X Pit. You've been playing in the Ball Pit? Or is that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the Digimon game? Is that the Digimon game? I also do pretty good on COD Mobile, but I also connect my Xbox controller to my phone. Well, I feel like at that point you can't really claim that you do well on mobile.
Thanks for the follow, Chief Multi-Hat.
Oh my goodness, Chief Multi-Hat, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Let's see, Hootie Hen says, bye, I need to go to sleep. No worries, Hootie Hen. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic evening, and we will see you on the next one, on Tuesday, I hope. You better be. Loki says, no, there's a rogue game called Ball X Pit. Oh! I would not have been able to guess that in a million years. But it sounds like fun. It sounds like a good old time. All right, everybody. Now that we got the music pumping, let's get in here and let's do some decorating, shall we? Let us do some decorating. So we got some vines. There's some vines, beautiful vines, absolutely gorgeous. Let's maybe do some moss. Let's do some moss. Let me come over here. We're gonna switch this over to pencil. All right. Hold up. What? Why am I not drawing? Why is it? Oh. That would do it. That would do it. All right, everybody. Let's do some moss. Oh my gosh. All right, so for anyone who doesn't know what's going on there, so you see all like the little grid lines, right? You can see those definitely. If I do Control H in Photoshop, that will hide all the guides. So anything. So like if I come over here to select, like normally you can like see what you're selecting, right? But it turns off like any of, like you'll see maybe like every now and then there's like these purple lines there to like show me the center of the image. There's like little rulers and things like that. But if you do Control H, it just hides all of that. And so I had accidentally selected an area right there and did Control H, so it got rid of it. And so when I was trying to draw, it was only drawing in that box, and I was very confused as to what was going on. Anyway, there's that. So, all right. So let's do ourselves some moss. So I think what we're gonna do, so we've got these, I kind of like this green. I kind of like this green for both the vines and the moss. So let's stick with that. And then maybe, I mean, we can change it later, but maybe. Also, you should check out Roguelike21.
Axel_Benedict cheered 5 bits. Would you care for a handful of this moss?
Yes, please. I would absolutely love a handful of this moss. Thank you, Axel. I appreciate that. Roguelike21. Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me there is a roguelike where blackjack is the combat system. I'm gonna be very sad. Roguelike21 on Steam. Oh, everyone, hold your breath. Hold your breath, everyone. Okay, all right. It's just something like this. Okay, all right. I was very nervous for a second there. I was like, please. Here's the thing: if people want to make a blackjack where that's basically kind of like Balatro, but then like they have like the freaking you're choosing your trail and all that, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm all right with that. That's all right. I just don't want anyone making like a dungeon crawling roguelike where you're like, I don't know, in a dungeon, because that would just be sad. It'd be a dark day. A very dark day. But it does look really cool. I do like the look of this. Yeah. See, every now and then I see things like this and I'm like, man, I could have done things just slightly more simple and probably could have had my game out a lot faster. I'm not saying this is a simple game. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, it just, I know there's a lot more that goes into this, but I look at this and I'm like, man, I know it's always easier to like look at something and you're like, oh yeah, I could just recreate that pretty quickly, which like, if everything's already built out for you, of course I could just remake this really quickly if I just did like a shot for shot. This does look really cool though. I do like it. I will have to actually take a look at this. Oh, we got a demo. Well, I'm gonna add this to my wish list. There we go. There we go. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. I still want to click the refollow, but it resets my follow since stat and makes me look like a fake fan. I mean, that's fair, Seelig. That's fair. Can I eat the moss? Oh, looks like Balatro. It does look a lot like Balatro, which is totally fine. Yeah, I like it. I'm here for it. I'm gonna go make a dungeon crawling roguelike in a retro CRPG style that uses blackjack as a fighting mechanic. It will be called Tomb of Joe. Don't do it. Don't do it. For information, /SRS is the same is the tone tag for serious. I can see that. /S is for sarcastic. /HJ is half joking. /Gen is genuine, and those are some of those tone tags. I don't know if I've ever used a tone tag. I think the only thing I've ever done to try and express tone is I've done a little one of these. I'll do like a little bit of like a that. Whoop. Done a little bit of one of these. I've done something a little bit like this. That's really difficult to know what the freak that is. Get out of here, Impact. We're gonna switch over to Roboto. There we go. Throw one of those out there. That's a good way to express tone. Something like this. You're just like, oh, so sad. Or maybe a little something like this, if you want to be really sad. Oh, no, so sad. Anyway. That's how I've always done tone. Because I'm a weirdo. I'm a freak. Just duplicated my 18 KD. Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's way better than I could do. All right, let's get some moss in here. Let us get some moss. So, kind of what I'm thinking for the moss is you just kind of do a little bit of a little something like this. That looks like moss, all right. That looks like moss, all right. It's not gonna be on every brick, just some. Especially like the lower down bricks, you know. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Let's go with a higher up one, just for kicks and giggles. And then maybe one of these mid on the end ones. That is too much. It's too much. Just basically just looks like a green brick. That's too much again. Good enough. Yeah. And let's go some of these lower down ones. that one. We'll go with something like over here. Yeah. And yes, I'm Pro 2 in COD and Peaked Elite 1. Jeez. All on mobile? That's crazy. Okay, gonna test out my new loadout on ranked. Good luck, Cameron. Good luck! Bro, my phone just flipping uwu build onto it. Build into it? Wait, what? What about uwu? I don't get it, unknown artist. I don't get it. With my fingers. Oh! Oh! Shots fired. Shots fired. With fingers. Yeah, no controller over here, just fingers. The game There's a Nail in My Toe song is...
Axel _ Benedict Jed 5 bits. The monkey's finger curled. You are unknowingly given a handful of toothpick moss. Without the knowledge of how fast it grows, after the fun of the joke, you throw it outside and go on vacation. Every day, the moss grows more and more, and after a week of pollination and seed spreading, your entire house has been consumed by a thick layer of moss. Forced to burn the moss, you accidentally let the fire grow wild, leaving you with the last bit of unburned moss. Enough to fit in one hand.
I don't like that. Get the moss out of here! Get it out of here! We don't need this anymore. Get out of here, moss. Absolutely beautiful, Axel. I love the concept. That would be terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let's see. The game There's a Nail in My Toe song is basically a dungeon crawler where the main cast is Q Shifted Luigi, a farmer kid, and an underpaid pizzeria employee. Truly the trio of all time. Truly, 100%. His was uwu built into it. His has uwu built into it. I still don't get it. Or is this not uwu? Is this acronym for something? Is UWU an acronym for something? That's the real question. Flip. NMN? What about NMN? What are we talking about? Do you use Samsung phone? I do use Samsung phone. I've got an S25 Ultra. That's a good time. Yeah. I like it. It's not bad. It's not bad. Looking through Pico 8, someone made a solitaire dungeon crawler. Oh my gosh, what? What? Ooh. Oh no. Start by building a deck. You can only pick one of each of the sets of 3 cards. Try to get a balanced mixture of cards. 7 choices left. Playing the game. Oh man. Oh man, look at this. Look at how much better this looks. Ugh. Oh well. Such is life. Such is life. Okay, go to where you would type in emojis. Alright, alright. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I am in where I would type emojis. Someone give me a boot to cartoonishly kick this guy out of the metaphorical door. I don't... okay, I don't know why it's built into my phone. I don't see what you're talking about with this uwu. I think you just have uwu built into your phone. And that's fine. There's no judgment. Pico 8 is amazing. I, at one point, thought about making something in Pico 8, and then I never actually got around to it, and I don't know, maybe one day. Maybe one day I still will. I think it'd be a lot of fun. What is unknown artist babbling about? Okay, in the upper area, which lets you select different modes like GIF, click on the one that looks like this. Okay, so we go here. I swear I'm not insane. Okay, in the upper area, which lets you select different modes, like GIF. I'm not gonna see the same thing you do. I use Gboard. I don't use Samsung's built-in keyboard. I use Google's keyboard because I absolutely hate the predictions and autocorrections of Samsung's keyboard. It's absolute garbage. So I use Gboard, so it's actually gonna look different than what you've got. So that's probably why I'm not seeing what you're seeing, because I'm like, what are you talking about? I see nothing like that. But that would be why. That would be why, because I use Gboard. Mostly because there is no ooh button on Gboard. That's why. That's the real reason why. There we go. Let's see, what are we thinking? Do we need one more bit of moss? Loki says, I had the displeasure of hearing someone speak in ooh voice this weekend. That is a great displeasure. What did they say to you, Loki? What have they said to you? The way you paint every pixel is so satisfying. Thank you, I appreciate that, Chili Jam. I get, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for satisfying. I just wish I could, you know, no, it's not quite right. Maybe we go with one. No, that's too high up. I mean, I know there's one right here too. I almost feel like there's just like one more that's needed. I'm just trying to figure out where we need it. I feel like this wall is good. Maybe we go with one more like right here. Could also go on this side, maybe like slightly higher up, like here-ish. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Unknown says, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to send a screenshot in the Discord. That's fair, Unknown. That is fair. I feel bad. I feel bad for you. Let's see. Light up that car on the fire. Wait. Light up their car on fire and scrape their license plate. Maybe don't go that far. We were at the zoo for Zubu, and they were at one of the desks for activities for kids. I wanted to stab myself in the ears. Fair. That is fair. I would have probably done the same. Now, the question is, should we also add the moss to this side? I almost kind of want to say yes. You know? You know? Wait. Oh my gosh. Is this not the fixed wall? So everything here all lines up. This one doesn't. Oh, bollocks. Wait, did I fix it on here? Did I not fix it? So I remember we ran into the issue where I had accidentally broken things. Ah, crap, I didn't. That is a bit of an issue. Okay, so what was the problem? I mean, they're obviously not lining up, but that lines up. Okay, so the height is 39. Okay, so that all is correct. You know what? Let's just do this. Just because, why not? Let's copy that, paste that, flip it, bring it over here. Okay, so wait, is it just that then? Okay, it is. It is. Good to know. Good to know. Let's see. Soul Taker Spirit says, well, this is funny. I was just checking out 113 and then saw you were live. Well, welcome. I'm glad that you were able to catch us live. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Also, thank you so much for potentially looking into 113. Now you can catch it all live on 114, and it's a much better time over here because you know we're live. So, but yeah, hopefully you're having an absolutely fantastic weekend. I appreciate you being here. Did you do anything fun or exciting over the weekend? Chili Jam says, please don't tell me they were a kid. Also, feed them to the gorillas. Again, let's not go that far, Chili Jam. Maybe not quite that far. Close, but not quite that far. Okay, so we just need to update the walls on all of these then. The question is, what's going to be the best way to do that? So if we open up 15. So what is off then? So you're 36 pixels, and then you are 40. Oh. And you're 44. What the? What? 44. Okay, so maybe that's the problem. Because you're 40. You're 40. And then you're 40, yeah? 44. Okay, so I think what we need to do then is I just need to bring you down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. And then we bring you up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just need to fill you in a little bit like that. Easy enough. That shouldn't be too bad. I wonder if this is faster or if copying and pasting and deleting is faster. Maybe. Whoops. Yeah, I think that's faster. I think that's faster. All right, so we paste. Get that in place. Delete. Merge down. Save. Yeah, that feels faster. All right, then this will all be corrected and we'll be good to go. I can't believe that I got it off. While I'm remaking these rooms, I get that whole freaking thing off, and it's like, that was the whole point of remaking this room, was to make it correct. And then I still messed it up. You live and learn, right? You live and you learn. There we go. Save that. Soul Digger Spirit says, I'm actually working on my 4th plugin for MV. Oh, hey, that's pretty nice. I like that. Is this more of like a hobby thing you're doing, or is it for a game of yours, or what's what are the plugins for? Do you make them available to the community as a whole? Do you sell them? Do you license them? Whatever it is you may be doing with them. Also, what's the plugin? Because I would absolutely love to hear about what the plugin is. I do love me a good, fun MV plugin. All right, we're almost there. I think this should be the last one. Room 2. Okay, that is all corrected now. Let's come in here to room 1. We'll grab that and bring it over here. Gonna resize that down 25%. Whoa, not pixels. Percent. 25%, not 25 pixels. That'd be way too small. Now, if we come over here to the room, paste that in there. Okay. Ooh. Deleted. Room. Here we go. All right, let's get the color palette back, and let's fill in these bricks. I also just realized I'm gonna have to change the color palette again. Not the color palette itself, but I'm gonna have to change the brick color. So I've changed all the other colors, like the bricks, the floors. Crap. Oh well, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. All right, so the only thing we have to correct then, which is good, I was worried it was be a little bit more janky, so we just need to move that down. Good to go. Good to go. Fantastic. Loki says, nope, they were, and I say this very reluctantly, an adult. Well, Loki, at least you made it out of there in one piece. That's a win-win. Okay, I posted it in off-topic of your Discord. Oh, the screenshot. I was like, wait, what did you post? What do we got? All right, off-topic. Let's go to off-topic. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I've missed so much. Why have I missed so much? I need to spend more time on Discord. All right, what do we got here? See it? It has uwu built in. Why? Oh yeah, look at that. That is uwu. That's funny. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, I do not use that Gboard. Or I use Gboard, I do not use Samsung's keyboard. That is really funny though. I like this one. Like, what the freak is that even supposed to be? Like, what is that? Who was typing that out? And they were like, you know what? It would be really nice if I could just do that all the time, easily. I have not a clue. No, exactly. No. They're called emoticons. That one you're looking at was a thing well before uwu was a thing. That is actually true. That is very true. Let's see. Wait. Lane says, I feel like I watched this stream the other night. Welcome, Lane. Glad you're here. And it is kind of similar, isn't it? Wait, no, not RPG Maker. Photoshop. Yes, very similar. But on the bright side, I do have the other things that I talked about doing done. So we now have it to the point where the inside the dungeon, the doors work completely separate from the walls, and so we can have walls, decorations, and then doors. So, you know, it's good stuff. So now we're able to get in here and we're gonna be able to make a few more decorations. So say, for example, if we were to finish this one up and we do something like this, let's get rid of that, and then we resize this. Oh, wait, we were not done. We were not done. I thought we were done. We are not done. Vines, go to moss. Here we go. Let's get this darker green. Oh, we might need a slightly even darker shade. That is as dark as it'll go. That's fine. We'll go with the darkest it'll go. All right, so we need it there, and we need it here. Yeah, sure, we can do that. Are there any others? There are not any others. Cool. We just get rid of those guys, and then we resize this up to 400%. And then we want to save this as on my computer. Come on, Photoshop, you can do it. There we go. On your computer. I don't know what they did. They've like destroyed Photoshop recently. It's not good. It's not good. All right, downloads Tomb of Vercilias, images, pictures, and then we want to find ourselves a little bit of PNG decorations. So we got decorations. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So 3 was the old vines. Let's get rid of those old vines. Let's replace that. There we go. Fantastic. Now back over here in RPG Maker, let's come over here and we're gonna go to where would it be? At the bottom here? Great room decorations. Yes. So random number between 1 and 7. Yeah. Alright, let's go around and see if we can find ourselves a moss-covered room. Wait, that was the vines. I just replaced the vines. Crap. Well, let's go find ourselves a moss-covered room, and then we need to get the... There we go, look at that. Look at that, we got some moss. Fantastic. Okay, so now I need to fix that. So let's come over here, let's get rid of the moss and show the vines again. The vines aren't quite done yet, though. Yeah, the vines are not done yet. Okay, back down to 25%. Let's get these vines fixed. Let's get these things fixed. Soul Taker Spirit says, I created a character selection menu, which looks like an actual character selection, a theme menu, and theme icons, which go together, and I'm now working on a custom menu builder. Hey, I like it. That sounds absolutely fantastic, yeah. Do you have a link to where you post these or anything like that? Because I would absolutely love to check them out. Wait, what do we got here? Okay, I don't know what Balatro is like, but this seems Pico 8 Games just seems just as complicated. That's fair. You need to play Balatro. How much is it on Steam? I think it's like 10 bucks. I think it's gone on sale a few times though. I don't know, but it's on Xbox, PC Game Pass. Well, if you're made of money and have Game Pass, then you could have that. But Balatro, okay, $13.49. Look at all those awards, things. Man, could you freaking imagine? This is like the pinnacle, the peak. Oh my gosh. Like, okay, here's what I want to know. How many people? No. Okay, I don't want to say the webpage. What would it be? What's the percentage of people that review games on Steam? On average, about 1 to 3% of Steam buyers have a review, which equates to roughly 1 review for every 30 to 60 sales. However, this percentage varies depending on the game, like factors like price, age, and visibility influencing how long. Okay, all right. So the average range, most sources estimate the review rate to be 1 to 5%. Holy crap. This game has 90,000 Steam reviews. Mind you, just Steam. This is just Steam, all right? 90,000 reviews. Like, let's not even take into account any other platform that it's on, anything like that. We also won't take into account sales, because, like, freaking obviously, like, people probably have most likely bought it on sale. Let's just say, for example, if everyone just bought it at the $14.99 that it was, and then, let's see, so we got times 92.69. So yeah, so 1.35 million in sales. Now, obviously, you know, I have to take out Steam's cut, which is 30%, but even freaking still, could you imagine? And that is just people who have reviewed it, which would be anywhere from 1 to 5% of actual players. Now, here's the thing. I'm sure that more people have probably reviewed Balatro than other games. I feel like most people would just want to sing its praises, and so they, you know, throw in a good review. Absolutely fantastic. But even still, even if it's on the higher end of 5%, that is just the 5% that have bought the game. $1.3 million in sales, minus, you know, the 30%, and that is just on Steam. That is nuts. Oh my gosh. Like, I would be over the moon if I could even sell this many copies, which is 2,316. And that is just the recent reviews, right? If I could somehow even just sell that many copies of Tomb of Vercilias, I'd be like, well, I can retire happy. I'm a happy individual. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Well, there we go. That's what we're working towards. That's what we're working towards, everybody. We'll get there. One of these days, we will get there. Anyway, to answer your question, $14.99 is the normal sales price is $14.99. Let's see. That's a high five. That's a high five. Check this thing out. What is it? Tic Tactic? Oh yeah, I've checked out Tic Tactic before. Seems like a fun one. It's kind of crazy that you could do. To be fair, there's a lot of different things that people have made, like, you know, roguelikes out of X, Y, and Z. Kind of crazy. But I do like this, though. It is fun, though. Hey, though. 12 reviews, though. 12 reviews in a month? It's not bad. Not bad. You should add a bread room. Sorry, I mean Oh, sorry. I mean bread room. Absolutely. I absolutely should. Frick, I type on my joke, and now it ain't funny. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. One of the merchants in my game has a dialogue about how he burned a tree and peed it out. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I'm sure it's fun to hear. Absolutely 100% Chili Jam. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Bread. We should have a bread room. Unfortunately, I need to get on Steam now, because Xbox doesn't work on Linux. That's really sad. That is very sad. Yeah, Bow on the Apple Store is in the millions sold. Nuts. Fun fact, the Nintendo Switch has a $10 calculator on the eShop for the same amount. You can also get a Catgirls calculator on the Switch eShop. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Should I make a calculator roguelike? I think so. I think I should make a calculator roguelike. Or a idle calculator game. There we go. An idle calculator game. That's what we're gonna do. There is one. Dang it! Like I've said, finding originality, nah. And make it cost $10 and just have a whole bunch of cat girl themes. There we go. It's a great idea. It's a genius idea. Oh no, Loki, what do we got? Calculate it. Oh man. We have made a calculator roguelike where you must. Where I must what? Calculate. That's fair. That's fair. Huh. Choose your calculator. See, here's the problem. None of these are cat girls. There's no cat girls here. That's the problem. If they had cat girls, they would be at like millions of copies sold. Calculate. Calculate. Calculate it. All right. On Steam now. I mean, it looks cool. I like it. It's a good time. But, again, great themes. Absolutely fantastic themes. But, again, we need the cat girls. Cat girls, everything's good to go. There you go. That's my 2 cents. Call it CalcuClicker. Oh? Wait, what was it? Oh, Cinecross. Oh my gosh. I would do so bad at a game like this. Horrible. It is cool looking though. I will say, coming soon. Oh. I mean, I know there's no such thing as like an original UI layout anymore, but I just, well, I look at that. I mean, I guess having things on the side, you know, info and items and things like that on the side is, it makes sense. Makes sense. Dang it. Oh well. Oh well. Again, originality, nearly impossible to do anymore. Call it CalcuClicker. If I do, I may have to call it CalcuClicker. Because that's like, it like rolls off the tongue, but also is a tongue twister. CalcuClicker. Not to be confused with CalcuClicker. Bro, I did the same thing. I did legit open. Moonman should make that game for them. Good. I could and I should. Soul Taker Spirit says, I wrote them so I could customize any games we make. I might release the plugins. Not sure yet. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, and honestly, like, I mean, there are certain plugins that it's like, you don't want to release just because it's like, I mean, it's what makes something unique, right? And so you're like, yeah. If you're making plugins, you definitely do not have to release them. You don't have to post them anywhere. Don't ever feel like you ever have to, too. Like, if anyone's like, where'd you get this plugin? Oh, you made it? You gotta share it with me. Like, don't ever feel like you have to, you know, because it's what makes it interesting. I mean, for example, I've got a plugin here with Twitch, where if I do a little bit of this, look at that, fights a monster. That was made in RPG Maker. And it's got Twitch integration, which is very exciting stuff. And it's something that I plan on eventually maybe sharing, but for now, I have not shared it. So, yeah. Maybe one of these days I will release my Twitch integration plugin. But this is not this day. A fun roguelike idea, wait. A fun roguelike idea, you play an RPG Maker game, but you have to keep going into the editor to fix the game to solve puzzles. I will let you use this idea for $9,999.99. Let's make it an even 10K. We'll call it a deal. I like this plan. I like it. All right, hold up. Hold up. Give me 2 seconds. I'm still here, I swear. Swear. I was outside for probably like 12 hours today, doing yard work, and then we had so we live in a cul-de-sac, and so we had like a cul-de-sac party in our yard, which is why I was doing yard work, had to make the yard look nice. And then I was outside like literally the rest of the day, just outside having a good time partying. And now my entire face is just trashed. It is so, it like you can definitely tell like my forehead got sunburned. Like the rest of my face, it doesn't feel good. So I have to like keep putting on chapstick because I was an idiot and didn't put on any sun protection. No hat, no sunscreen. Oh well. Oh well. But Soul Taker Spirit. So you say, so you could customize any games we make. Are you a part of a team? Do you working on stuff? Let's see. Oh my gosh. I feel like I've tried to say your name before and failed miserably. Aikshia Sharma. Can you please make a tutorial on how we can make 2D fighting game? Oh, 2D fighting game. Well, yeah, I mean, I could. So here's the thing though. A 2D fighting game is either going to take a lot of eventing / some JavaScript, or you're just gonna have to find a oh, well, okay, all right. Basically, any of them are gonna take JavaScript, right? You could event it, but I would say probably the easiest way to go is knowing just a little bit of JavaScript, and then filling it in with eventing as well. But yeah, as far as a 2D fighting game, it kind of depends on how much detail you would like to have. But it is definitely something that you could make in RPG Maker. Chances are probably the best option that you would want to go with is if you go with Action Game Maker. I think this is the newest one. Is this the newest one? Yes, June 16th, 2025. So Action Game Maker is a very new piece of software that was just released by Gacha Gacha Games, which is the same people who made RPG Maker, the one that I'm using right now. And yeah, it is, well, it's an editor for you to be able to make action games. So this can be platformers. I think it can do, yeah, platformers. I believe you can also do, yeah, top-down stuff like this. So it was supposed to be, because they had released another, I can't remember which one, what it was called. What was it called? Maker. Yes, yeah. You got MZ, Pixel Game Maker, that was the one. Pixel Game Maker was, oh my gosh, this actually has a mostly positive now. Okay, yeah, so, what was it called? Pixel Game Maker. Pixel Game Maker was released back in 2019. It was like their first attempt at allowing you to make platformers, where it had like actual built-in, you know, gravity and stuff like that, and like, you know, all that fun stuff. From what I had heard, is everyone was like, this is a very half-baked product. It is not good. It is not good at all. But apparently it's decent now, I guess. It has a mostly positive anyway. But yeah, so I would recommend using something like this instead of using like RPG Maker MV or MZ, which are the makers that I have the most experience with. So again, like I was saying, I could make a tutorial. I haven't used... Well, one, I haven't used Pixel Game Maker at all. I also have not used, what the frig was it called? Action Game Maker. I've also not used Action Game Maker. I have it on my wish list. I would absolutely love to take a look at this and just see how it works. And eventually, I would love to be able to make tutorials. But unfortunately, I do not have it. And I also do not have $80 or the $100 when it's not on sale. And I was not a, I mean, I'm still not, but I was, when it came out, so back in June, I was not a relative enough content creator to be able to warrant them reaching out to me and being like, here's a free key. I do know a few people who are relevant enough that did get free keys, and I'm like, man, I would have absolutely loved an opportunity like that. Maybe one day. But that is what I would recommend, is using one of those, either Pixel Game Maker or Action Game Maker. And I'd probably recommend Action Game Maker just because, or Pixel Game Maker, just because it is older, and so there's probably going to be more resources, more tutorials that are already out there available. Yeah, that is what I would recommend. If you're wanting to go with something, it would be a lot more clunky, but something that, you know, using RPG Maker MV or MZ, there's definitely ways you could do it. Like, I'm trying to think through my head of like how you would do it, and there absolutely are ways to do it. But yeah, so those would be the two I'd recommend, either the Pixel Game Maker, because it's older, so one, it's going to be cheaper. There's going to be a lot more resources out there as far as tutorials, asset packs, things like that. or if you wanted to try the action game maker, it is newer, so there's probably going to be a lot more support for it going forward. There's probably not going to be as many tutorials and in-depth things like that. But yeah, as far as making a tutorial series, I would like to, as soon as I've ever had it and had time to learn it. Yeah, then I would absolutely do that. But if you're wanting to be able to start learning it now, I would recommend just looking up and just kind of seeing what there is available, because I do know there are a lot of really good tutorials out there. Soul Taker says, it's just the two of us right now, an artist and me. Hey, I like it. Yeah, do you enjoy working in a team? I almost feel like it would kind of stress me out personally, just because I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to some things. And so I can sometimes go back too many times to try and redo things. This is the evidence right here. I have done and redone these decorations many times. And yeah. So I almost feel like working in a team would stress me out. I mean, I have collabed on a few different projects, and it kind of has stressed me out, because I'm just like, I don't want to be that one that everybody's like waiting on, and I'm like, I'm sorry. So, but yeah, it's it would also be kind of fun though. I think it would be a lot of fun to be able to work more closely with people on collaborative projects, just because like that way you're not the sole person responsible for everything. Yeah. Okay, 10K. All right, Unarsed. Let's do it. I'll write you a check. Just please don't cash that check for a while. Y'all have got to try this demo. It's amazing. Also, moving blocks are OP. Wait, unbreaded? Unbreaded. Oh, hey. Look at that. It's tic-tac-tic. I will, I'm gonna have to give that a shot. I will give that a shot later. Let's see, Loki has got something here. Terror Bane? What the? Oh. What is happening here? It's a comedic adventure where bugs are your friends. Oh. So that's what I look like at work. What is happening here? What is this game? I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh my gosh. This is just nuts. Like all these different art styles, all these different designs. That's crazy. I like it though. That is really cool. Okay, but I sat on my couch all day. Some people just have it harder than you. I'm sorry, Unarsed. I'm sorry that you had to go through that absolutely horrible and tragic experience today. I hope that you can recover. I hope. My heart goes out to you. Let's see. Sharma says I used Mugen. I think I've heard of that. But it did not support my PC. Fair. I'm gonna have to. What is this? Mugen? Mugen can refer to several things, including the villainous goldfish from Kung Fu Panda, a Hebrew term for a protected space in Israel, or a musician and a music store. I don't think it's any of those. So I may need more information. But if it's not supported on your PC, that's totally understandable. Jesse says, one day I hope to be as cool as Moonman. Jesse, you're 10 times cooler. And you know it. You're just trying to inflate my ego, and I appreciate that. Soul Taker Spirit says, not only am I writing the plugins, I'm also working on a third book of my series based off my VTuber character. Oh my gosh, what? You are busy. You are very busy. Well, that sounds very cool. I'm gonna have to, so here's the thing though. Let's go to channel. Let's see what we got here. Okay, all right. Well, I hope to bring content you will enjoy. Well, there we go. All right, everybody. If you have not yet, go check out Soul Taker Spirit's channel. Looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a sub. Yeah, absolutely would love to go through, check out what you got. Yeah, that's super cool that you're writing the plugins. You said it's your third book. Oh my gosh, it is your third book. Jeez. Well, yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of stuff you create. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, again, that is Soul Taker Spirit. go check out. I believe that's at Soul Taker Spirit. Well, that's easy enough to remember. Easy enough to remember. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Love it. Let's see here. First time chatter, Chief Multi-Hat says, oh my gosh, wait, Chief Multi-Hat. How long have you been working on your CRPG? Well, first of all, welcome, glad you're here. And that is a great question. So been working on it since last December. So we're coming up on almost a year now. And it's been a lot. It's been a lot. And we have a decent amount done. We're just kind of working on, well, right now we're working on getting a vertical slice, but the game as a whole, eventually there will be this town. So this will not be in the playable demo. This is going to be like the larger part of the game. So yeah, so basically there will be a central hub, this town here, where there will be different shops and vendors where you'll be able to get quests, buy and sell items, all that fun stuff. And yeah, so these will kind of be the people that you're interacting with to learn the story of the game. All of it will be like 100% optional. Like if you just want to get into the tomb and fight and kill things, that is completely up to you. And then once you get into the tomb, so this will be more of the vertical slice that we're working on for the demo. So yeah, so you'll be able to go onto each floor you'll go onto, you'll get to pick a perk card. As of right now, I may change that, but after each floor you'll be able to pick a perk card. These cards will have different, stats that will either increase or decrease certain things. It's like, say, for example, this Griffin's Potion of Power. It increases your max HP by 5, but it makes your pyro damage go down by 1. So you can have up to 9 of these equipped, and yeah, and then you'll just be navigating these randomly generated tombs, the layouts, and yeah, it's just a dungeon crawler. And then, the blackjacks, the combat, all that fun stuff. I completely forgot to turn monsters back on though, so it's kind of hard to see. But anyway, yeah, so definitely still a work in progress, still trying to get through as much as possible. It has been a slow but steady process. I only have roughly 12-ish hours per week to work on it. So yeah, so it's a very slow process, but we are making progress though, and I have my checklist of everything that I want to get done before the demo is released. Everything that I would need to add to it before we get the demo released. We've already made a lot of progress, so everything with these little green circles, these little check boxes. So this is everything that we've done specifically for the demo, so making some good progress. And then everything else here is just everything else we need to add that's not like a larger thing for the game. This is like specifically just for the demo. I mean, most of it will be in the larger game once it's all done. Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully that answers your question. So we're coming up now on almost a year. That's kind of my hard deadline for getting the demo out is once I hit my year mark, I want to have the demo out on Steam. It is on Steam already. You can wishlist it if you would like. But yeah, so that's what we got. That is what we got. All right, so I think what we're gonna do, so we've got a couple spots where the vines go over the brick, so most of it is going into the brick, right? Just in between like little cracks and crevices and all that stuff, as vines would, they go up however they could. Flameworks Studio says, sup, welcome, glad you're here. How was your weekend? Hopefully it went well for you. Chili Jam says, Moonwood should have diplomatic immunity. I'd be all right with that. Soul Taker Spirit says, also it's fun working with the artist since she's a VTuber as well. We're both owners and have a demo on itch of a matchmaking card game. Oh. Is that linked at all anywhere on your YouTube page? Because I'm definitely going to go searching and digging and I will find this stuff. So if you want to post a link, 100% feel free. If not, I will definitely be looking up your stuff and I will figure it out. I will figure it out. That's super cool though. That is really nice. I like it. I like it. All right. So, yeah, so what we're going to do is, oh, actually, do you know what I just realized? I was going to say, let's go with a slightly darker green. Oh, okay, we do have a darker green. Whew. Good. Good. So, yeah, so I think if we use this... Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, so general idea is I think what we're going to do... Well, I guess we could... Wait, what green is this? Oh, we've got a lot of different, okay, all right. Never mind. I was worried that we were out of the color spectrum, but we're fine. We are good. So what we can do is we can go with the darker green as it comes up. And then we can go with a lighter green after it hits. So let's do this. Okay. So that is the current green. So if we go one darker for the in the cracks and crevices, and then we go with an even shade darker when you're coming up, maybe right here? Yeah, we can go there. And then if we go with a slightly lighter for anything that's on the brick, and then an even lighter when it's coming off the brick, and then back down into the crevices. Cool. I think that should help add just a little bit of depth. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Rebel Wax says, what's good? Oh, you know, just doing stuff, chilling. What's good with you, Rebel Wax? I feel like it's been a minute. And I welcome you. Okay. So all of that sticks. Okay, so that is not. So all of that, and then this guy goes up onto the brick a little bit. This guy goes up onto the brick a little bit. So now if we go with the darker right there, and then right there as it's coming off the brick. Same thing here and here, here and here. Yeah. So all of that is in there. You'd be there. You're all cracks and crevices. You are not a cracks and crevice. Let's get that added. Get a little bit of darkness going on right there. Does this actually make any sense? Maybe. Oh, jeez. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I just need to do this. So, grab the vines. So we've got the regular color of vine going on right here. We've got the highlight going there, and we've got the darker going there. Oh, and then we've got this this mid color. And that's if the vine is going across the brick for an extended period of time. Yeah. Rebelwax says, yeah, I haven't joined the stream in a bit. No worries. You were missed, though. You were missed. But yeah, hopefully life's going well for you. Did you have a good weekend? Do anything fun or exciting? All right, so let's crank that down to 50%. And then this way we can come in here and we can just say, okay, so if you are going across the brick, how do I do it over here? So across was this color. Oh, that's right. Okay. So we want to go, wait, did it start? Yes, well, that's when it's down there. So you'll be like that, and then you'll be like that, you'll be like that. Down over here, we've got you, and so with the darker here, the lighter there, all along there. Let's move that up. All right, so then you'd go there, the lightest right there, and then the darker there. It comes up and over. You'll go there. You'll go there. Darker there. All right, darker goes there, the lighter there, and then the highlight. Okay. Maybe it's gonna be good, maybe not. I feel like it maybe just adds a little bit of depth. Maybe. We'll see. So you're there, which means you'll go there. You'll go there, you'll go there. So if you're gonna go across here, that means we need you and you. So then you go there, there, and then the highlight up there. All right. And last but not least, this giant one. This giant vine. So you are there. Runs across. You're there. 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 You go there. Okay. Again, I don't know if it really adds that much to it. But I mean, you know, maybe. Ooh la la. Thank you, Seelick. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So the other thing we could do, we could add thorns to it. We could add, I don't know, purple flowers, something like that. We could add things to it, is basically what I'm meaning. If we were to go something like, maybe not quite that dark. Yeah, something like that. And we'll go very, very minimal on these things. Very minimal. It's like one there, and we'll come over on this side. Yeah. All right. And then the last thing we could do... Again, it's kind of like the thorn thing, you know? Nothing too crazy. Just a few thorns here and there. They just kind of look like weird speckles on the brick. Never mind. We're not doing that. Okay, so we got the vines. Let's get rid of those. Let's up this to 400%. Save this as to my computer. Check out real vines for a reference. I should probably do that, huh? It's probably a good idea. Decor. We're gonna do this as decor 8. Nope, we have decor 8. 9. Decor 10, all right. Okay, so if we come over here, oh, nope, cancel. So the way that you can increase what it's grabbing from. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Why did I not leave? Oh man, I don't know, yeah. Soul Taker Spirit says, I'm guessing you have links disabled because of spammers. Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna see if I can change that while live. I don't know if I can, but maybe I can. Let's go live, and we're gonna edit this guy. Nope. Let's go back over here. We're gonna go to content, live. Let's edit you. I don't know if I can enable... Although I think I've checked before and I could not find where to allow links. Well, yeah, I do not know. If you'd like, though, you could just post your itch username, and then I can go find you on itch. That would work as well. All right, let's check out some vines for reference, shall we? Vines. Well, so I mean, like, there are vines like this, which is fine. But I feel like, I don't know, yeah, like it's kind of more stuff like that. Like I'm kind of trying to go for something like that. How to draw vines, drawing step by step. Okay. I'm not drawing vines. I mean, I am. Yeah, it's almost more like thorny. It's also because of how pixelated everything is, I can't really get the fine details, right? Like I can't really get something like that where it's like, yeah. Let's see. What about vines in brick? Yeah, but it's kind of something like that. Should I make them brown and then add green to them? Maybe I could do something like that instead. Make them brown and then add the green leaves and stuff like that. Maybe something more like that. That might work better, actually. We may do that. The name is Umekio Games. All right, let's go take a look. Let's go take a look. Itch.io. Verifying you're a human. This may take a few seconds. Fair, itch.io, fair. All right, let's go find ourselves. We might be able to do. Let me see. There we go. VTuber matchmaking demo. Ooh. All right, well, there we go. Found it. Found it. All right, everybody. Make sure to go follow Yemi Koi Games over on Itch. Absolutely go do that. A short demo based off of memory only with VTubers. I like it. It's a good time. This one. Ooh, ooh. Oh. All right, everybody, let's see how good my memory is. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, we're off to a really bad start. Oh crap. Nope. There we go. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Have not seen him before. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yes. All right. Oh, she was down there. And there we go. Woo. Look at that. Look at my memory. Look at my memory being so memory. I don't just we're moving on. Yeah, thank you for sharing that link. I appreciate that. Well, your name, so I can then go find you. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Well, I'm excited to see what else you got cooking. So, yeah, I have followed, and I am, yeah, again, very excited to see what you got going on. All right. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so Vines, wait, the person that made that said they were a VTuber. That is what they say. Yeah. Soul Taker Spirit. So, over on YouTube, over here, right here, Soul Taker Spirit. Yeah, make sure to go subscribe if you haven't. And, yeah, I'm excited to go, take a look at your backlog of content. Very nice stuff. Okay, so, yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here, and what if we replace, Is it gonna look good, though, with it being brown instead of green? That's kind of the thing that I worry about. Maybe? Ooh. Maybe not kind of thing going on here. Because then, let me do this. We're going to duplicate you just in case this looks absolutely horrible, then we can just revert back to, you know, old times, the good old times. Let's replace the dark with that. one lighter with that. Nope. That. One lighter with that, and then you with that. Okay, so we got that, and then basically what we'll do is we will take the green. Is that a good... Oh, that is too bright. That should be some good leaves. It's the same with the moss, right? Oh, the moss is even darker. All right, we'll go with this one then. Unknown says, do they know if it's possible at all to VTuber with actual 3D models? It should be. I mean, I have a piece of software that allows it. I believe it's just called VTuber Studio. And you can have a 3D model in there, and yeah, I think you can upload your own custom ones as well. I actually, believe it or not, before I started doing, you know, all of this and you know, doing things the way that I am now, I debated being a VTuber. I debated. It was an option on the table. I'd thought about it, and then I was like, no, I don't think I would do very good as a VTuber. And I'm glad that I didn't, because again, I really don't think that I would have been good as a VTuber. But for the people that are, like, they're very good at it. And I wish that I would have been better at potentially being a VTuber, but it's fine. It's all right. I made my life decisions, and I'm sticking with it. I am not liking this at all. I have done like half of one vine, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, ooh, no. Like, the whole idea was these were going to be the leaves, right? And it just is not. It's not. It's not. Yeah. Maybe we just need more green? No, I don't think that's gonna help. Maybe just be a different shade of green. Let's make it more like the moss, slightly darker. Actually, I kind of like that a little bit more now. Kind of like having like just the random brown, like the brown part of the vine sticking out just every now and then. Actually, kind of like that a little bit more now. Well then, maybe we'll go with that. Soul Taker Spirit says, we started that game in Godot, but one of our friends was able to break the game, so I wrote it in Python, and they couldn't break it. I use VC face. Well, that's never fun when someone can break your game. Not fun at all. I'm guessing that was just like some kind of bug that just like was not worth trying to go through and trying to patch through. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Not fun. Not great. But that is awesome. We were able to take it and get it all working. I wish I was better at being able to use more than, you know, RPG Maker. So maybe one of these days. One of these days. I say maybe, but like definitely one of these days I will get better at it. For now, though. For now, that's what I know. That's what I know is what I use. Yeah, so I'm trying to get like the I'm trying to get it to feel like it's kind of wrapping around the like brown part of the vine, right? It kind of goes in front a little bit, goes behind, goes in front, goes behind. And I think it's working out pretty well. I hope. Yeah. There's definitely less. Yeah, there's less green on these ones than the other ones. Which is fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's alright. That's alright. I will probably have to go back and replace this one over here, though. That's alright. I'm kind of like having a lot more defined vines. Maybe that was even the problem, was the vines were just so thin that they just didn't look good, you know? I think that's potentially the problem. If I was an artist, I would be able to tell you exactly what the problem is, but I am not. And so I'm doing what I can with what I got, and we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. I'm actually kind of very much so liking these results, so, you know. I go around. I go up and around like that. We need a little bit more green. The great thing about vines, though, is it's like, you know, the vine can have as much or as little greenery on it as you need. I'm gonna say this, though. These results are looking much better than the old vines were, so I think all I have to say is just, thank you for telling me to go look up a reference, because, yeah, I think these are looking way better than it was before. Yeah, way better. So, good thinking there. Good thinking there. Is it free? I don't think the VTuber Studio is free. Let me check here really quick. VTuber Studio. Oh, it is free. Never mind, it is free. Yeah, VTuber Studio is... Oh my gosh, if I could freaking pull it up again. VTuber Studio, yeah. Okay, so it's called VTube Studio. That's what it's called. Yeah, so VTube Studio is free. And I think it comes with like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 built-in models, but then you can also just like import your own 3D models, and you're good to go. I will say though, there are probably much better options out there now, because there's no way this came out in 2021. This is definitely the right one. But there's no way. There's no way. This is definitely older than 2021. What? Anyway, yeah, they've got a bunch of built-in models, and it's got all sorts of different options and stuff like that, so it definitely helps. Yeah. This is the only one that I've ever used, because I was like, oh, it's free. Maybe I'll give it a shot and we'll see what happens, but yeah. I'm sure there's way better ones out there. But if you want free, that's the one that I know of. Soul Taker says, I'm actually more of a Python guy. That's fair. That's fair. And, you know, if that's the way you're going for, that's more power to you. Whitlash says, add dark green as it wraps around. Oh. That is a really good point. I do need to add more, like highlight and shading and stuff like that. Also, welcome. Glad you're here. Hopefully things are going all right for you. Hopefully. Chili Jam says, Moonwood, show us your VTuber model. I did not have any models that I had imported, so everything was just the default models. Because again, like I said, I was thinking about being a VTuber, and then I tried looking around to see what kind of models would be available. They're expensive. To get like a good VTuber model, those things are pricey. And so I was like, you know what? Maybe this is not for me. Maybe I will turn on my cheap webcam and call it good. We'll call it a day there. Yeah, so just freaking, okay, yeah. You look at that, right? That's the vines we have now. That's the vines we used to have. Now, had. Now, had. Way better than what we used to have. We still need to add a little bit of, you know, we need a little bit of shading, lighting, all that fun stuff, but looking way better. Way better. Moonwood would def be an anthropomorphic beaver VTuber model. I don't know why. Thank you, Chili Jam. I appreciate that. That just means so much to me to hear from you. Thank you. All right. Gotta stay focused. All right, so we're using this shade of green. So I think what we're gonna do, yeah, let's let's just get some shading and highlighting and all that fun stuff on here. It's not going to be a whole lot. I'm also trying to think about how... I can think about how the shading would go. Okay, so that's what we have. That's the color of the vines, and then this is going to be the actual shading itself. So let's start over here where it has a little bit better stuff going on, you know? There we go. And honestly, it doesn't need to be anything perfect. This is just going to kind of add a little bit of depth to it. Kind of goes around. Now that doesn't really go behind, but that should be fine. That should be all right. All right, so then this kind of goes around here. Goes in front, and then that goes under and beneath. That's going under. You're going over, so you'd be kind of under right there. We'll just go with that one. There we go. It's kind of going under. Let's see. That one's well, no, that's not under. That could be under though. Go. Yeah, I think that helps a lot. Why would he be a furry? Not just any old furry. I would be a anthropomorphic beaver. Even better. Even better. All right. Yeah, something like that. Cool. Like, I'm trying not to go overboard. And that is very difficult to do. Because I'm just like, add more green, add more green. Make it a little darker. You know? Yeah, we'll go up to there. All right. Now, kind of like I was saying before, I think what I need to do here is I need to redo this vine using the same, because here, like, this was the test, and I was like, it's not working well. And then on the next was kind of when I started figuring out a little bit more of what I want to do. So let's do this. Let's delete you. And then over here, let's grab this vine so we know the shape we're going for. And then we merge you down to there. There we go. Now we should be able to grab the regular brown, grab the highlight brown, grab the shadow brown. And then I believe there was like a slightly lighter brown, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. Oh, dear. There we go. Okay, all right, that should be good there. Let's grab the regular brown. Wait. Oh! I was like, where the freak did all of, like, the darkening go? It's because I was filling it in and I'm an idiot. So, before we merge that layer, let's just do this really quick. I can't believe I did that. I am so stupid. Oh well. Happens to the best of us, right? Right? Where's the best of us among us? And you can confirm. Soul Taker Spirit says, I'm actually debating if I should upload my birthday stream, but all I mostly did was rant. Hey, that is totally fine. Ranting, there's nothing wrong with ranting. I have ranted more times than I would like to admit on these streams, even though they're not supposed to be, you know, just chatting streams. I have ranted on these streams probably, yeah, way more than I should have. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's a single thing wrong with that. You should definitely upload your birthday stream. Yeah, I would love to see it. I'm always looking for new content creators, new fun people to kind of, you know, see. I mean, not only we kind of like how they operate, how they function, all the fun stuff they upload. So yeah, I would say go for it. I would absolutely love to see it, and I'm sure your viewers would absolutely love to see that too. Oh, there we go. I don't want to just like twisting all the time. Because vines are not just like brown things with twisted green things. They're more intricate than that. Far more intricate. Let's see, Chief Full Multi-Hat says, I'm 2 years and 1 month into my retro CRPG dungeon crawler using C#. Oh, very impressive. Making a server-side web app that hosts the game. A browser is used to play the game. New vines look better for sure. Well, yeah, Chief Multi-Hat, that sounds really cool. Do you have anything you want to share? Any screenshots, a demo, anything that we could go check out? Because I would absolutely love to take a look at that. Also, thank you. I appreciate the compliment there. Yeah, the new vines definitely look way better than the old vines did. That is 100% for sure. The old vines, they weren't bad, but they were just very... Oh dear. I just realized. Gotta refresh that. There we go. Yeah, the old vines, they weren't bad. They were just very, very basic. And so, yeah, seeing the new vines, yeah, way better. Way better. Okay, let's see. Dylan says, yo, Moonwood. Welcome, Dylan. Glad you're here. How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun or exciting? Hopefully. And whether the fun or exciting is just relaxing, I would also say that is very fun or exciting. Don't we call new vines TikToks? Loki, you are 100% correct. The new vines are TikToks. So yeah, so one could say my TikToks are looking great. Way better than my vines. Way better. Okay, cool. Oh, that's right. I was like, all right, what's next? What's next is adding the shading to these new TikToks. Okay. Holy smokes, this is a tall vine. I mean, I know that I made it myself, but sheesh. And we've still got this little spot to go up. Cool. Now, the last thing we want to do is I want to add another shade in here. So this is the shade of the vine. That's the darker shade, and then we want like a slight highlight. Just one little bit of another lighter piece, you know? Something to kind of shake it up just a little bit more. This one I think I'm going to go even more light on. No pun intended. Just because I don't want to completely be replacing all of the normal green highlight, you know? Or just like the normal green of the vine. Yeah, that's looking really good. Like not to toot my own horn or anything. I'm just saying, this vine is looking way better than I was anticipating it to look. Oh my gosh. What? Look at that vine. Oh my gosh. Freaking, I am so glad that I went and looked up what a real vine looks like. Oh my gosh. Dylan says, just chilling, fortunately. Those vines are looking chef's kiss. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. It's what I'm going for. It's what I'm going for, is that sweet, sweet chef's kiss. That sweet, sweet Chef Boyardee's kiss is what we're hoping for. Like, I wasn't planning on the vines being one of the highlights of my evening, but they are quickly turning into that. Definitely not expected, but much appreciated. All right, there's that. I also feel like the purple flowers on them work so much better with how much like thicker these vines are. Like it just works so much better. I don't know what it is, but they just look more at home on these green vines with the brown in there. You know. Do. Yeah. All right, just two more vines, then we will be done with the vines. Sorry, the TikToks. We're done with the TikToks. Nope. There we go. Yeah. All right, last one. Last one. This one should have a little bit more detail because it's closer to camera. Right there, there. There. And there. All right. And then over this way. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Unknown says, posted some more work in the Discord. Oh, you have to take a look. Axel says, I love listening to my own music. It makes me feel good that it's out there, even if it's not as good as I'd want it to be. Well, Axel, here's the thing. Everyone is going to feel like whatever they've made is not the best they could make it be, but you made absolutely fantastic music, and I absolutely love having it on stream. So, yeah, for anyone who is newer and was not aware, we've got some songs from our very one and only Axel Benedict, who also has a YouTube channel. So, if you have not yet, I'm going to highly encourage that you go check out Axel's YouTube page. Let me pull it up really quick so I can get it on stream. Come on, YouTube. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Go check out Axel Benedict over on YouTube. Oh my gosh. 459 videos. That's crazy. That is crazy. Also, I can't remember what the number was the last time we looked at this, but you are getting really close to 250,000 views, which is nuts. That is awesome, Axel. Super awesome. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, if you have not subscribed to Axel Benedict, go subscribe. That is at Axel Benedict 3301. There we go. There we go. Wait. Did I say it wrong? Yeah. Look at that. I'm sorry, 250K. There's no way. Yeah, 230,000 views. Look at that. 230,000 views. You are getting very close to 250,000. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh yeah, 3301 has a story. Look up Cicada 3301. 3301. What do we got here? Cicada 3301 is a mysterious online puzzle that began in 2012, designed to recruit highly intelligent individuals. Oh. Well, there's a reason why I have never heard of it. Because I would not be a part of that recruitment. Highly intelligent individuals through a series of complex cryptography, steganography, and real-world clues. Huh. Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I would not be on that list. Not even close. So, yeah, good times. Good times. I like it. I like it. That is a really good reference. All right, so let's get rid of those. Let's increase this up to 400%, and we're going to save this as Come on, freaking Adobe, what are you doing? I just want to save this on my computer. You don't have to pull up your cloud documents every single time. I just want to save it on my computer. All right, decor 10. Looks so much better. All right, decor 10. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's right. Now we get to move into the next issue of the night. That is the actual decoration IDs themselves. So let me show you really quick. So right now we have decor. So yeah, so we've got decor 2, which is the multicolored bricks, which is that, nothing too crazy. We've got decor 3, which is now the moss. We've got decor 4, which is the torches. Decor 6, which is the cracked bricks, which I think I got just a little bit too carried away with the cracked bricks. We're gonna have to pull back on the cracked bricks there. Decor 7 is, I was trying to add like more depth to the bricks and just seeing how it looked, and I wasn't a huge fan. Probably need to rework that just a little bit. Then we got decor 8, which is the door, decor 9, which is the door opened, and then so on and so forth. Then we would, want to have decor 10, which is the vines. But we can't really do decor 8 or 9 because that is the door to get into the mini boss, and we don't want to have those spawning just anywhere and everywhere. So we need to make some adjustments. And where are those adjustments going to be? Became a number I was obsessed with. Yeah, back in middle school, some friends started Project Monarch, the butterfly, and set our goal to solving Cicada. That would be really cool. Did you ever come close? I love unsolved mysteries like that. It's so interesting. I am so bad at puzzles, I would do horribly at them. Oh wait, oh my gosh, Soul Taker says, warning, I am very unfiltered. I'm basically one of those people who doesn't care. That's fair. That is fair. And no worries, yeah, no worries at all. I try and censor myself while on stream, just, I don't know, just in case anyone's not a fan. I don't want anyone to feel like they have to not watch the stream if they're not a fan of like cursing and stuff like that. It still comes through every now and then, but I do try. Thought I heard my fire alarm going off. I was like, what is happening out there? But no, we're good. Jesse says, gonna head to bed. Take it easy, everyone. Jesse, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and we will see you on the Tuesday stream. I had to think about what day it was. Yeah, I appreciate you being here. Go get some rest. We did not. It was very physical in the second half of the ARG, and we couldn't get to London. Yeah, that would put a damper on it. That would put just a bit of a damper. Dazu says, hello, everyone. Welcome, Dazu. Glad you're here. How is your morning going so far? Unsolved Mystery and Lost Media. Just make my stupid brain go brr. That's true. ARG, alternate reality game. Oh. The last half of ARG, and we couldn't. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, that would be a bit of a pain, a bit of a struggle, if you might. So, how are we going to do this? We could just say, so down here, this is where it sets this one right here. Is this looping? This is looping. It's a pretty small loop. So this is setting it to be 1 through 7. So Digger says it's almost 1 a.m. here, but this is fun. Oh my gosh, it is late there. Holy smokes. Yeah, it is almost 11 p.m. For me. So not as late, but definitely getting there. Definitely getting there. So there's a couple different options we could go with. We could replace the IDs of that door. Make it so that it has a higher ID. I don't know why I would have made this ID 8 and 9. That makes no sense that I would do that, because it's just, yeah. No sense at all. So we could do that. We could do that. The other option would be if it lands on a 8 or 9, it would just re-roll this variable. Yeah, I almost think that's going to be like the most simple for now, and then we'll figure it out later. So, decor 10. Yes, we're going to say set a random number between 1 and 10. And then basically what we can do is we're just going to say we want to do a loop here. And then we'll just do a conditional branch where we're going to say... So it is setting variable... Oh, okay. Yeah, so basically we just want to say if game variables dot value 840 plus 911 so we got 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. I think that should be fine. So if you are equal to, no, if you are not equal to 8 or, whoops, if you are not equal to 9, so long as you are not equal to 8 or 9, then break the loop. But if you are, then you need to loop through again so it doesn't ever spawn that door. I think that should be right. I hope that should be right. Let's go find out if that's right. Look, it says... Speaking of things being right or not, that is extremely not right. That is not what we want to see right there. Loki says, don't know if I said it, but the server upgrade is complete and the new 14 terabyte hard drive is now the default media drive for all of my Linux ISOS. Yeah, that I think you were talking about it last time. I know you were talking about the CPU and the RAM upgrade, but that is super exciting that it's finally finished and you are now good to go. Absolutely beautiful stuff. I do love it when something like that finally comes together and you can finally check it off the list. Desert says, just woke up. It is 6 a.m. I will now make coffee. Fair. Still waiting for that Moon Man mug. I'll get there. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen one of these days. And you will be able to brew your coffee into your Moon Man mug, and it's gonna be a glorious day. Yeah, so that should not be happening. That is not what we want to see at all. Okay, the rest of it seems to be going fine. Except for when you get to that one. So... oh, not good, not good. Hey, look at that, though. There's the new vines. Absolutely fantastic stuff, I must say. They look beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Hey, look at that. There's the moss-covered ones, too. So, why, oh why, is that doing the ting? So we're setting... so we're setting 840 plus 911. Okay, so 911, I believe, is the player's location. And then 840, I believe once starting at 841 should be room decor, right? So 840, then 841, room decor. Yes, so setting the room decor. Okay, so then basically we're just saying if 840 plus 911, so that should be room decor 1, room decor 2, room decor 3, as long as you are not... Oh! I think I see my issue now. We're saying, so long as you are not equal to 8 or not equal to 9. We want to say, if you are not equal to 8 and if you are not equal to 9, then break the loop. There we go. That should be the one. That should be the one. All right. Okay. We're off to a start. Maybe it's a good start. Maybe it's not. Got ourselves a whole bunch of torches. More torches. Okay. We've got ourselves some multicolored bricks. That's exciting stuff. We've got the cracked bricks, which are way too cracked. There's way too much cracking going on there. That is some cracked out bricks right there. We do not want that many cracked out bricks. They're high on crack. Moss. Okay, moss is good. We've got the not... I need to get that out of here. This does not look good. Okay, we got that guy. The torches. The door. The door actually showed up. That's good. That's good. If I come back, the door is still there. Fantastic. We got more moss. For some reason, you don't want to be animated. I don't know why, but okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fair. Okay, then we got the vines. Okay, so I think we should be good at this point then. I think we should be all right. Also, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. So, as you can see here, so the vines are going behind the door. And I don't think it looks that bad. Having the door on top of the vine, it just kind of looks like the vine just kind of goes there and stops, and then there's like another vine that like is just here. I don't think it's actually that bad. I think we should be all right. Yeah. Cool. All right, yeah, I think we should be fine then. I don't think we need to worry about... It should not be spawning that door anywhere willy-nilly. The cracked bricks are still absolutely horrible. We will fix those. We'll fix those. It's gonna happen. Okay, cool. So that's all it was. It was just the freaking... I needed to do and, not or. I don't know what I was thinking there, but it happens. It happens. It happens. Okay, so... Goodbye, old vines. You were a treasure. You were a treat, and I am so glad you're not here anymore. But the new vines, welcome new vines. Glad you're here. You are the chef's kiss here. Mwah. You are the best looking decoration we have now in the tomb. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Loki says also created a profile for a friend on the Jellyfin, so they too can watch my legally acquired Super Sentai shows. I love it. I love it. But I love crack. This is a joke. I don't know, you need to seek help. Seek help right now. It's not a good thing. Not a good pastime. Oh my gosh, we got someone joining. Someone joined the Discord server. Alright, so we gotta save vines. There we go. Moss and vines. Now, the next thing is we need to worry about the cracks. We got vines. Let's do... And here's the other thing too, is I want to eventually also make various styles of the vines. Like, I want to have like 3 or 4 different types of vines that will grow in here. Same thing with the moss. I'm gonna go through and just create like a handful of other moss decorations. But let's come in here. We're gonna do cracks. There we go. Yeah, crack is a pretty big problem in the US. It's true. It's true. It's all over the place. Crap. Good old crap, you know? The crap-ademic is what we're dealing with here. Oh. Okay, that's too much, though. I feel like there's gonna be a good brush that I'll be able to find. Oh. Okay, that's too much. Not enough. Cracks 1. Whoop. Cracks 1. Yeah, we want just enough crack, but not too much crack. You know, if you have too much crack, it's just not gonna end well for you. What if we only have the cracks along the bottom? Maybe. That should be fine. That should be fine. Now let's also select that guy. What? Oh! That's my bad. There we go. Now we can do all that stuff and it only affects the walls. Fantastic. Alright. What's gonna give me the good... Whoa. That is way too much. Okay. Alright. Alright. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't like it. This guy. Whoop. This guy. Nope. This guy. Oh. Ah, it's too much. Too big. I just want some simple crack. Can a brother get some simple crack around here? I do kind of like how this rotates, though. That is kind of nice. And then we fill it in with this to kind of heal the wall a little bit. Healing the wall a little bit. Nope, 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 nope. This is not working well. All right, never mind, never mind. Let's bring it back. Bring it back now, y'all. Oh, I ran out of undos. Dang it. All right, what if we do this? Let's deselect this brick. So we're just dealing with the front brick. There we go. We fill all that in, so we're not dealing with that. Cool. Crap. Nope, nope, nope. Axel says, we're out of simple. Is complex okay? I guess I'll take some complex crack. Does this go against the terms of service? Me talking about cracks in walls, but people might think we're actually talking about crack? I hope not. That'd be awkward. Soul Taker says, do you have an actual crack brush? Also, I switched from Adobe Suite to Infinity to Affinity Suite. I have debated doing that because Adobe is... It's fine for what it does, but it does get very irritating very quickly. As far as having like an actual cracked brush, though, that is a really great question. I don't know. I maybe? Maybe. Ooh, a close crotch patch. Whoa. Nope. Not that one. Oh, that's awkward. Okay. I feel like there's gotta be, though. There's gotta be somewhere in here, right? Legacy brushes, maybe? Oh, we got some circles, some stars. Throw some star cracks in there. Oh. Actually, let me take that down to like 20. Nope. 5? Nope. Never mind. Never mind. Because, like, here's the thing. I feel like there's gotta be something in here that's gonna be, like, perfect. So I don't want to go through and do, like, all the cracked bricks by hand, you know? I just don't know what we're gonna find. Alright, so legacy brushes, not so much. Faux finish brushes, dry media brushes. And the problem is, I'm not even sure exactly what it is that I'm looking for, you know? I feel like I'll just know it when I see it. Like, I'll start drawing with it and I'll be like, oh, that is a perfect cracked brush, you know? Kind of a thing. Drop shadow DP brushes. Calligraphy brushes. Woo. Basic brushes. That's what I would be if I was a brush. I'd be a basic brush. Drinking my Starbucks every morning. Such a basic brush. I can't even say basic. Circles? Oh. It's kind of cool, though. Woo! Okay. Alright. This is not... Oh, wait a minute. Nope. What about this guy? Nope. What about this guy? Nope. What about this guy? I wonder, am I just gonna need to do it by hand? I might. So basically every single one of these is just like, it's just like just a tiny bit too much. No brush, is pipe okay? I suppose so. I just put a drug warning label on the stream like me. I could do that. One hop this time. Just don't go to TwitchCon. Even if I was invited, I would not plan on it. No siree. And it's not because I don't want to see any of you in person. Yeah, maybe like a mix and match kind of thing we need to do. Maybe. Affinity Suite will allow you to open another Affinity program from one program in like Designer, while in Photo, basically you're switching back and forth in one program, but you have two, and all three installed. Yeah. So I was looking into Affinity like years ago, like probably like, I don't know, probably back when it was first being like announced, I don't know, 2012, no, not that old, 2016, 2017, I feel like is when I was originally hearing about Affinity. And again, like I was this close to hitting purchase, because I was like, I would love to have a image editor that I'm not paying monthly for. And then I didn't pull the trigger, and I kind of regret it because it was a really good discount. So maybe something like this. Let's just make it slightly smaller. Let's go with like 20. Nope. 10. 5. Something that I can use. Okay, so it's gonna have to be a little bit more hand painted, you know. But I think if what we do, it's just, oh man, it's just not quite right, you know. And I am so sorry. We gotta make it right. We gotta make it right. It's like I don't just want it to be like just a explosion of pixels, you know. Like I wanted to feel like it has depth and purpose and meaning to its shapes. Like, oh, why is this cracked here? You know what? Screw it. We're going for it. 1 pixel. And if nothing else, this is really just like add a little bit more life to the bricks, you know? Make them not feel quite so static. Like, I think the biggest thing here is just making sure that I don't overdo it. Gotta make sure that I'm not, you know, cutting every single brick. Just a little bit here and there. And then we should be good. I am so sorry. My throat is really starting to go out, and that is not good. Not good at all. It's not the worst thing in the world. Not the best. Not the worst, though. Soul Taker says, I got mine with discount. It came with all the platform versions, $500 worth of free stuff like pens, brushes, and so on, just for like $120. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. Yeah, when I say the discounts that I was going to get, I was basically going to only be buying their like Photoshop equivalent, essentially. And it was going to be, I think it was something like $60. So that was honestly like the only one that I really needed to find a replacement for. And so I was like, well, $60, that's not too bad. And I didn't, and I really need to. I really need to. Unknown says, stop trauma dumping. Skyrim theme? Yes, 100% the Skyrim theme, and it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh no, drama happened, the unemployed yearned for drama. Good old drama. It is a good time. Discord soon? Yes. Yes, I absolutely could go check out Discord here soon. Very soon. And then dark gray instead of black for adding pixels. I second this. What do you mean? Are you meaning like just don't go like the 100% black on it? Like do more like something like this? Is that kind of what you're meaning? Or should we go with even like a slightly lighter? Something like that? Lost Woods theme. There's all sorts of really good songs on here, I will say. In case you haven't noticed yet. Wait, no. Axel says, hey, Moon Man. Hello, Axel. How's Pokemon treating you? It's been a while since you've... Wait. It's been a while since I've seen you move.
Axel _ Benedict wants Moon Man to do 10 bicep curls.
Oh dear.
Axel _ Benedict wants Moon Man to do 10 chest benders.
You're not wrong, Axel. It had been a while.
Axel _ Benedict just redeemed Stretch.
Well, I guess we gotta get off our lazy butts and do some stuff. Yeah, something like that. Wait. I don't know. I kind of like it when it's just like the black. I don't know. Proceeds to stay seated. You should add a check Discord reward. Ooh, I should add that. I should add that, shouldn't I? All right, everybody. Oh, let's do some stuff. All right, so first of all, we've got the bicep curls, the chest benders, and then the stretches. Let's turn up some music so we got some jams while we're doing all this movement. Yeah, there we go. All right. Ooh. Oh, man. Ooh. All right, everybody. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Whoa. And now the chest benders. Again, count them with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. And now some stretching. standing stretching.
5 says, Dylan Thomas just redeemed, just remain seated.
Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I should probably remain seated, huh? Oh, that's much better. Whew. Thank you, Axel. I appreciate that. And I think I'm going to take Dylan's advice, and we're going to stay seated. Get hype workout hotkey that when? Oh. That would actually be a really good way to do it. What I should do is like set up like a workout scene. That way when I'm like doing my workouts, it like switches to a whole different scene. I think that'd be a good time. That way if someone were to pop in for even just the slightest bit of a second, they would just assume we were doing like we were some workout streamer. Be a good way to go. I just got eaten. What? 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 What do you mean just got eaten? As it says, yes, the result is different. Unfortunately, I thought that leaving the grid for the bricks intact would work. Wait, yeah. The results are different. Unfortunately, I thought that leaving the grid for the bricks intact would work. Yeah, I do like where you were going with it. But yeah, I do think that, because even with going like that, it's not quite. Yeah, I think probably going with something like this would, I think it works the best, probably. Oh no. Oh dear. Crap. Okay, well, that's exciting. So, apparently I've been drawing the cracks onto the room layer itself. This whole freaking time. So I'm going to paste that into the actual cracks layer. We're going to do that, and then we're going to come over here. Okay, this is actually a lot faster fix than I thought it was going to be. Then paste that there. Now we should be able to come in here, turn off cracks, and everything goes back to normal. Oof. All right, there we go. There we go. Now let's select the bricks again, and let us turn that off. Go back over here to cracks, so we're actually on the cracked layer. Don't you just hate it when your crack isn't on the right layer? Terrible stuff. Terrible stuff. Maybe... Because again, I'm looking at this and I'm just like... I think the problem... Here's the problem. The problem is, much like the other decorations, you know, because here's the thing, like, you got the vines, it's kind of like off on the edges. You got the moss, it's more off on the edges. I think the problem is that we need the cracks just to be kind of like on these outer spots here, you know? I also feel like we just need like one crack per brick. And not every single brick, just some bricks. Nope.
Axel_Benedict cheered 5 bits. With how floral erosion works, wouldn't the cracks grow out of the roots of the vines?
Well, yes. But these are going to be their own decoration layer. So I mean, we could mix and match, but yeah. So the vines will be on their own separate thing. These cracks are just going to be a random decoration to kind of just like add a little bit of extra design to the rooms, if you will. Yeah. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong though. I have thought about maybe potentially adding some like extra crack in the ground, like down here. And maybe a little bit more around the bricks there. But yeah, so this though will be like its own thing going on here, you know? Wait, wait. What have I missed? What have I missed? Oh yeah, what is it you use for the on-screen chat? For the on-screen chat, I am using a program called streamer.bot. It's the only, well, okay, not the only way, the best way that I found to combine both YouTube and Twitch chats. Yeah, but basically the way that it works is you'll just set it up. The great thing about, especially because like they just released version 1.0. Well, I say just. It was fairly recently. But yeah, they have changed a whole lot of stuff, made it actually work well. And yeah, and basically you just sign in with whatever accounts you're going to be multi-streaming with. And then it has just a URL you'll put in OBS, and then it'll just pop up with the chats. It's pretty great, pretty seamless too. In Attack on Titan, oh, gotcha. Yeah, the black looks better. Dylan says, thank you, Dylan. But yeah, Pokemon Legends Z to A is going great. Good to hear, wait, why can't I see myself anymore? I don't know, why can't you see yourself? Up here? Or somewhere else? Best $566.24 I've ever spent this year. Fair. Just step away from the mirror. It's a great question. That is a great question. It got no Linux support. No! I hate when that happens. Hate when there's no Linux support. It is kind of crazy there are still things out there that do not support Linux. It's like, it is 2025, almost 2026. And yeah, there are some things that still just do not support Linux. It's tragic, really. Eh. Sure. Is this any better than the results I was getting before? Maybe. I don't really know. Yeah. Let's try this, just for kicks and giggles, just for cracks and giggles. What if I just go very patient and we go to something really small. Make that smaller to like 25. What if we go with like 15? 20? Like, I want it to be a distinct enough shape. Like, as I go through... It's like changing it up, you know? I almost feel like this was probably like the closest that we've gotten so far. Let's see, where was it? Crap. So this guy? Yeah. What if we set you down to like 10? It's looking all right. It's looking all right. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's not bad, but it's not great. But I think it's gonna get the point across. Should be all right. I was making a joke because you said, let's remove the cracks. Okay, that makes way more sense. So I was making a joke like, oh, I'm a crackhead. Which, by the way, I'm not. Sure seems like you are. It sure seems like you are. Chief Multihat says, are your rooms rendered by what facing the player is in, or are they static? Wait. Are your rooms rendered by what's facing the player? Are your rooms rendered by what facing the player is in, or are they static? They are static. Yeah. But we try and I think that's the right answer. I think static's the right answer. The rooms will always just look like that. Like that is technically every single room looks exactly like that. Then we try and make it slightly different, you know, based on, you know, there's the different rooms, the different doors if there are connecting rooms, and then we'll have these, you know, these different oh my gosh. And then we'll have these different, what I'm calling decorations. They're basically anything that could just kind of make the room feel different. So, you know, whether that is, you know, well, for this one specifically, we got the cracks on the walls. We could have vines on the walls. We'll have moss, different shaded bricks, kind of things like that. And it just kind of like changes up just a little bit. But yeah, so as far as like the room itself, it is just a static picture that just gets shown. Nothing too crazy, and yeah, that's just kind of how that works. Do 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 do. That's probably a little bit too much. Maybe we need more down here at the bottoms too. Yeah, sure. All right, last bit of the wall. Coming along, slowly but surely. Soul Taker says, it looks like you can't buy it now. You can still download it though. Supposedly they're bringing Affinity 3 with AI integration. Oh. I mean, I guess it's not too surprising. I feel like most everything is having some kind of AI integration in some way, shape, or form. Which, like, I know like some people have their issue with AI. Honestly, like my own personal opinion, and that, like, you know, if you feel differently, like nothing against you. You know, someone's own personal beliefs in AI. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm sure that some people probably wouldn't say the same thing about me. They're like, well, if you support it in any way, shape, or form, then you're a terrible person. But yeah, my honest thought on AI is just, especially with like creativity, you know, stuff like that, is use it as a tool, right? It should be a tool in your at your dispense, and you know, it is a singular tool, and it does something really well, but it doesn't do everything really well. And so, like you, we wouldn't use a hammer to hammer in a screw. Could you hammer in a screw with a nail? Sure. With a hammer? Sure, absolutely. You could hammer in a screw with a hammer, but it's not going to work as well as if you were to use the proper tool, which would be a drill. And so I do feel like people take AI just a little bit too far, and they're just kind of trying to do too many crazy things with it. And it's like, nope, just use it for what it's good at, which is obviously like, spreadsheets, data analytics, stuff like that. It's like, sure, fine, whatever. When it comes to creativity, use it as an inspiration, or use it to like either, help you get to the point where you can create the thing yourself, or whatever it may be. And then once you are done with it, depending on how much you've actually used it, make sure you are actually disclosing that you've used it. So that's the other thing, like that's kind of like the line that I draw. I'm like, if someone wants to create AI art and use it as in a game, as like whatever they want to use it as, I'm like, okay, fine. Like that's whatever, you do you, that's fine. But anyone who uses AI and then doesn't disclose that it was AI, and they're just they try and like pass it off as their own, it's like, why? Like, why would you do that? Yeah, so that's kind of like the other, I guess, last line that I'm kind of like, okay, come on. People who are like try to pass off AI as their own work, and it's like, is it though? Is it? So, but other than that, it's like if you're just using it as the tool that it's meant to be used as, and you're not trying to claim any kind of AI as your own work, and you're like, look at what I made, and it's like, well, but then that's kind of my own personal belief on AI. So yeah, so having AI in a tool like that, like Photoshop has AI in here, and it's kind of terrible. It's not good, but it's in there, just in case anyone wanted it, it's there. All right, so this one is the cracks, and I cannot remember. Okay, decor 6 is the cracks. There we go. That should be much better. Now if we come over here and we go find a room with the cracks, pull this up. Hey, look at that. There's some cracks. That feels way better. Some cracked brick. Not bad. Not bad at all. Whoops. Okay, let's see here. Now it's the Lost Woods theme. So each room is a stage. Basically, yeah, that's basically how it's working. So yeah, so as we're coming through here, each one of these is just a very static room. The doors get added afterwards. So you got basically you have the first layer is the room. And then after that, you have the decorations. So say, for example, the torch there, the torch there, nothing. Vines.
Chemistinic says, ooh. Nobody, literally nobody, Michael Jackson, helium.
Thank you, Chemistinic, I appreciate that. But yeah, and then on top of the layer of the decorations would be the doors themselves. So you got basically the 3 layers as far as the rooms go, the room itself, the decorations that go on the walls and or the floor, and then the doors that go over that. That way, if you are, having things like the cracks in the walls, the vines, things like that, anything like that would show up beneath the doors. And so that way, if there is a door there, great. And if not, then you can have the decor show up beneath it, and then it should be good to go there. I use it as a tool. See, there you go. There you go. It's the best way to go about it, I would say. Then Discord, yes, and then we can go check out Discord. And then Chemistinic says hello. Welcome, Chemistinic. I'm glad you're here. Such as the proper tool for thoughts are your brain, not a computer. Exactly. Hang on, there is a great video that explains that. Oh, like using AI as a tool. An AI artist looks like a real. Wait. What AI artists look like to real artists? I don't know if I can play this on stream. Yeah, I'm gonna play it at, oh my goodness.
Welcome Zedashaw and your 48 amazing audience members.
Zedashaw, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome. Come on in, everybody. Come on in, sit on down. We're doing some art stuff today. It wasn't supposed to be a full art stream, but it turned into a full art stream. So, good times. Let's see, Zedashaw says, hey, welcome, man. I gotta go to sleep, but have a good night. No worries at all. I know that right after, your stream, it's difficult to stay awake, so no worries at all. But I do appreciate the raid, so thank you. But to everyone else, welcome. Glad you're here. Like I said, we're doing some art tonight. We are creating what I'm calling as the decorations of this tomb. So Really quickly, for anyone that's new, I will just really quickly go over this. So my name is Moonwood Games, Moonman, as some people call me. Yeah, so we're making a dungeon crawling roguelike RPG where the combat is based on blackjack. So right now we're working on a vertical slice of the game to be able to release as a free demo. And yeah, so that's kind of what we're working on right now, trying to work out any of the bugs, the issues, anything like that. And yeah, so basic idea though, I'll just kind of show off the demo itself. The vertical slice of the demo, that way, because there is more that will be showing up, but it won't be in the demo. So eventually we will have like a full playable town and stuff like that. Yeah, so as of right now, it is just going to be this inside the actual tomb itself. Yeah, so the engine, I'm using is RPG Maker MV. So it's a slightly older engine, not exactly the most conventional for a game like this, but I know how to use it and I have a good time with it. So yeah, so basically the way that the demo will work, so on each floor as you progress through the game, you will be able to choose a perk card. Unknown artist, buckle up. Use what you know, right? Exactly. Yeah. And again, like I've said this before on stream, there's no such thing as a right or wrong engine. As long as you can make the game that you want, there you go. That's the right engine for you. But yeah, so there's these perk cards. They will kind of make the run slightly different every time. Depending on which ones you choose, the different cards will have different, perks, buffs and debuffs and things like that. So say for example, this one, Mathra's Ale-Soaked Gauntlets, will make it so if you get a blackjack, so normally when you get a blackjack, it does 2 times your damage. But with this one, it will do 3 times your damage, but you have a 2% chance of drawing 2 cards instead of just 1. But anyway, yeah, so it's a randomly generated tomb, and yeah, you're just exploring it, collecting items, fighting monsters. The items are in the form of these D20s. The D20s you'll use to be able to upgrade your spells. And then basically the idea is you'll be using spells to fight monsters using blackjack. And so yeah, so basically the idea is oh, well, there, it bit me. That is the worst thing that it could have done. I drew a 21. And then, because I had the Ale-Soaked Gauntlets, it just happened to draw 2 that time. That was absolutely horrible. Anyways, yeah. So the way the combat works, yeah, it's you'll draw your cards. The monster will draw their 2 cards, but then after that, the monster does not draw any more cards, and you will always see their top 2 cards on this basic combat. The regular combat, it works like this. So basically the idea is whatever they draw, that is setting like their combat power essentially. So I need to draw at or above 20 to be able to attack him. So I'm at 17, so I need to draw again. There we go. I busted. So I've got a 16, he's got a 13, so I can stand and attack. And yeah, it just kind of goes back and forth like this. And yeah, and then that's combat. So still making it a little bit more exciting, adding more monsters, elements, things like that. There we go. Fantastic. And yeah, so and then basically the idea is you are a what the freak is it called, why can I not think of the term? A bounty hunting adventurer. Basically, the idea is the Vercilias. So the game is called Tomb of Vercilias. Basically, the idea is Vercilias, who used to be the king's right-hand mage, has started looking into the dark magics. The king was not a fan of that, and so he ordered his arrest. So the king's guards went to go get him, and then he put a curse on his wizard's tower to have it ever shift and change, so that no one could ever find their way to him. And it worked. No one was ever able to get to him. But because of this, people have never seen Vercilias come out of his tower, and so everyone just assumes that he wasn't able to get out of his tower, and he has died in there. But the king is not satisfied with that. He does not want to stop looking until he is confirmed dead or alive. And so he still has a bounty out on Vercilius' head, and so you, much like many other adventurers, are going to be delving into what is now known as the Tomb of Vercilias, because everyone just assumes he's dead, so they now call it his tomb instead of his tower. And yeah, so you'll be going through, and so it is a randomly generated floor layout every single time, but it kind of plays into the whole idea where it's like, the curse of the tower is that it's ever shifting and changing. And yeah, that is what we've got so far. Use what you know. Let's see. So it's all carded in 21 blackjack style. Yes, absolutely. And so like the rules themselves are slightly more simplistic than your typical blackjack. So I haven't done. You can't do splits or anything like that. It is about as basic as it possibly can be. One, because when I first started making the game, I thought I understood blackjack, and then it turned out that I didn't. And so now that I know blackjack, I know more how to play it. Now I'm like, okay, this is actually a very, very basic version of it. It does get slightly more complicated when you are fighting. So each floor will have a mini boss, and so it gets slightly more complicated, or I don't want to say advanced, a little bit more like regular blackjack when you're fighting the mini bosses, where it is you both draw 2 cards, you see the monster's top card, but you don't see their other card. You draw until you feel like you're comfortable, and then you stand, and then the mini boss will draw their cards, and then whoever has the highest draw wins, and then you do it all again. But then the idea is, as you are fighting, so as I'm sure you've noticed, instead of having like the regular suits of the cards, so like hearts, diamonds, clubs, all that fun stuff, they are linked to different elemental spells. So you've got Pyro, Geo, Hydro, and Necro. So down here in this corner here, I've got my actual like spell damage indicators here. So each one of these is doing 2 damage each. So this card is linked to my Geo spell, and so when I attack, it'll do 1 Geo spell attack and then 1 Necro spell attack. So it would do 4 damage to him, and yeah. But since we have a tie, it won't actually just do damage. We will then do a roll. So I'm gonna guess evens? Crap. But then if you win that roll, then you do damage. If you don't win the roll, then the monster gets to attack you. Yeah, and then you'll use these dice to be able to upgrade your spell slots. There will be like a spell book in the game where you'll be able to take these d20s. You can merge them together, as I'm sure you saw me doing. So you merge them together to get stronger d20s, and then you'll put those stronger d20s into your spell book. And so like if I were to put these 3 into my Geo spot, it would be doing 3 damage instead of just the 1. And yeah, that is what we got. That is what we got. Until you make it more. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Interesting. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's hopefully it'll be interesting. Hopefully it'll be fun. It's a game concept that I've been wanting to make for a while now. And I've never quite known what I was going to do to make it actually fun. And then finally, after years of going back and forth trying to figure it out, I think I finally found a good balance. I hope. I guess we'll see once it finally comes out. So again, you know, we're working on a demo. I do have a Steam page for anyone who's interested. You'll just search for Tomb of Vercilias on Steam. I'll just pull this up really quick. Hey, look at that. It's VTube Studio. Tomb of Vercilias. There we go. Number 3 on there. And yeah, so Tomb of Vercilias, you can wishlist it if you would like. And yeah. Slowly but surely, I'm going to be updating the page, and I will eventually have a playable demo on here so you can kind of get the idea of it. So, I know it doesn't look good to have VTube Studio pop up right as I pull up Steam. We were talking about different VTubers earlier in the night, and so someone was asking if I knew of a good free VTuber software. And I was like, VTube Studio is the only one that I've ever used. I've used it for a grand total of 1.5 hours. So, yeah, that is why. That is why. Yeah, we've got Soul Taker Spirit over on our YouTube stream, and who is also a VTuber. So yeah, so that's why we're kind of chatting about it. Me, I asked. Oh, that's true. That's true. It was Unknown Artist that asked. All right, let's see. So the video. Again, I worry about playing other videos on stream, just because it's like, I've done it twice now, and each time I ran into copyright issues, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to play that video on stream, but we are going to pull up Discord really quick. Let's see. Okay, so there's the vines. We can close out of those now. Let's come over here. Let's pull up our Discord really quick. I don't know about that stuff, nor do I care. Fair, yeah. I am not very familiar when it comes to VTuber stuff. Like I've said, I've got that piece of software that I've used like for 1.5 hours testing it out. Okay, all right. I know, Artist. Where am I heading? Where did you post this stuff? Is it in pets? Aw, so cute. Cotton candy. I like it, Axel. I like it. So adorable. I think having Pokemon does count as being in the pets channel. So yeah, 100%. Is it art? Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I would agree that song did sound like that. All right, worked on some more. What do you guys think? All right, let's give this a listen. Let's see what this is sounding like now. Make sure it's not too loud. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, it definitely is giving some Donkey Kong Country vibes, like the water level. It definitely does sound a lot more chill. I will say that. I also made this. Yeah, that is beautiful. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it definitely has a lot more of like a chill vibe. I would say is a lot more fitting for the name then. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Yeah, that is sounding really good, Unknown Artist. That is sounding really good. It'll do integrate it and move on. Is it CCW? Or CCW? CCO? Oh, I missed the new part. Oh, that is my bad. That is my bad. All right, here we go. Okay. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Very well done. Yeah, super good work there. Yeah, that is my bad for stopping it. I stopped it like quite literally right as the new part was about to start. That is my bad. Is it CC0? So it was a video that I mean, it might be CC0, maybe.
It's not just about saving time. It's
not just about saving time.
What's possible.
Get out of here, Wix. Let's see. I mean, it might. Does it show? What the freak? Explore the world of cheeky bikini. Thanks, YouTube. I appreciate those ads. What AI artists look like to real artists? I don't know. Do they show copyright information here? I don't know if they do. Got the transcript. What if we play it at like 2x speed? I'm sure that'll be fine, right? Right? We'll do 2x speed and it should be fine. All right, everybody. Think about this 50% slower than what it's actually playing as. All right, what AI artists look like to real artists?
Yes. What did you just do? I ran a marathon. Yeah, and? You think that's impressive? You think that's cool running a marathon, huh? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's cool now? Hey, watch this. Get out. You see that? You see that? What I just did? You see? You see? Yeah, I just went 26.2 miles. I did a marathon in a fraction of the time it took you to do it. What? Why isn't anybody celebrating me?
That's fair. That's fair. If that's the case, I run a marathon every single day when I drive to work. That is funny though. I like that. Well, we'll see if I run into any copyright issues. It should be fine though. Should be fine. Wait, you missed the new part. CC0 license. Check memes. Oh, what do we got in memes? What have we got in memes? Memes. Wait. Wait, what? Yes, it is. Okay, good. What about pickups? Nashville brother, what's the lowest point? Probably when my wife took the kids. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Electronic configuration after fours. Be like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it, but I will give it the laughing emoji. I'll do it. Added some triangle. Yeah, Chemisinic, I do not get that one. But I'm glad that you do. I'm glad that you find it so hilarious. I don't get it. Soltega says, sounds like the 80s Zelda game. Oh, that's true. That's true. That does, it sounds very much so like a nice old classic 80s, early 90s kind of game. Yeah, I love it. Imagine periodic table or open it. I don't think my brain can handle periodic tables tonight. Maybe I'll have to look it up tomorrow, and then maybe it'll make more sense to me. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Okay, so I think that's probably good on the decorations then. I think we should be good. Yeah, it's... Wow. RNG is beautiful. We're gonna have to definitely fix that later before the demo is released. Anywho, yeah, so I think we're good on decorations there. Ah, crap. For a second, I forgot how to do my own puzzle. There we go. So, oh my gosh, what is happening here? First of all, why is it the same? Oh, I probably set it to just be that puzzle. That is kind of crazy that it was 2 in a row. You don't usually see the puzzles back to back. Yeah, we definitely will be adding a lot more decorations, but for now, yeah, multicolored bricks, the cracks, all that fun stuff should be fun. So now I think what we're gonna do is I want to see what we can do for the level up screen. So we have the old one. So if I come over here, we've got decorations, quest, town, overlays. Is that what it is? Overlays. Okay, so we got that one. Level up, yes. So this is what the original level up screen used to look like. It would just pop up, select a stat to increase, remaining 1, and then you just click one of these to increase. So this is what we used to have: vitality, strength, dexterity, and luck. I guess we still have all the same except for strength has been replaced, which we might actually switch it back to strength. We may have come full circle and we may switch it back to strength because we want some kind of like defensive stat, and so we may do strength. Maybe. Proso Cotilo says, Shmorning to you. How you doing, Prosto? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a absolutely fantastic weekend. So yeah, so we want to change this level up screen. Yeah, not a fan. It's very... This is definitely what things were looking like way back in like January, February when I first started working on the game. So I want to switch things up. I want to make it look a little bit different, a little bit better. Yeah. We also need to add some kind of indicator, because I think what we're going to do is we're going to say your base stats can only go up to level 20. So you can only have up to 20 vitality, 20 dexterity, 20, all that fun stuff. So I think what we're going to do... What are we going to do? Let's do this. We're going to create new. We're going to say 1280 by 720. Oh my gosh, no. 720, not 7250. Go. Let's resize this down to 25%. All right, there we go. This is what we're working with. Let's grab us a... Yeah, that's fine. Nope. Color palette. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is what we got. This is what we've got. So I'm kind of thinking something along the lines of... Let's switch this back down to... The freak are my square brushes. What? Legacy? Nope, not legacy. Special effects. Wet media. Square brushes. There we go. Oh my gosh. Freaking. Okay. All right, there we go. Proso says, I coded. Sounds like an absolutely fantastic weekend. And coded more. Is it fantastic? I don't know. I would say that sounds fantastic. We table is chopped into 4 parts. I don't know what they're calling it in English. SPDF. S is first 2 columns, P is last 6, and D is everything in the middle. We don't want to talk about F after Lanton and Acton, since it's hard to understand. That whole thing was hard to understand. But to be fair, when it comes to well, anything that requires thought, I'm not good at it. So that would make sense that I look at that and I go, what? If you could call a lot of coding a fantastic weekend, then yes, I would say so. If I had a weekend where I could just sit and work on this game, that would be an absolutely fantastic weekend to me. Okay, let's see. What about element 115? It's a great question. I need to know how to do this for 38th elements. If you open the table, it'll be easier. I mean, let's see. Table of elements. Images. Oh, look at that. It's the periodic table. I hate looking at this thing. It stresses me the freak out. All right, so wait. All right, so let's do this. Let's pull up you. I'll come over here. All right, let's see if we can make sense of this meme. All right, everybody, let's make sense of this meme. All right, 4P 3D electronic configuration after 4S be like. I don't see 4S. I see 4, but I don't see 4S. I forgot helium is also in S part. What? I hate the periodic table. It's the worst thing in the world. Terrible. Mostly because I just don't understand it. Yeah, I'm you're in super meme world. These are the kinds of memes I don't. I do not get it. I don't get it. Not even in the slightest. All right. And maybe I'm even just, hold on, I'm going to draw it and send it to Discord. All right, fair enough, fair enough. One of these days we will understand it. So here's what I'm kind of thinking. We're gonna have, kind of like how it now is, you know, a window pops up, but then general idea is, what we would say is, we would probably have, I don't know, we would have like a button here that would basically be like, you know, like vitality. This is not working well. I know it doesn't have to be perfect because it's literally just we're getting this thing figured out, right? So yeah, so basically just a button that would say like vitality, and I don't know, we'd say like plus or something to add to your vitality. And then we would have a bar that would go across here. And this would then just kind of show where you're at in your vitality, right? That'd be 10 there, 5, 15. And then that would fill up with your vitality as you're going along. And yeah, so that would just be filling up as you get your more vitality. Yeah. This could also be the spot where instead of doing something like that, we could have something along the lines of, they would be, we basically just have like, you know, the bar graph things like this. And then as you're filling them up, they would fill up like this. Whoop. Like doot, 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 doot. Kind of a thing. We could also do that. We could also do that. I don't know, maybe? Maybe. Dazu says, JavaScript the entire weekend sounds like a conviction. I mean, no, that sounds great. It feels like that one, it is my wife joke from the Dexter's Lab cartoon. Very possible. If you're playing JavaScript, it's time to move on. I mean, you're not wrong. So we could do that. So it would show. Yeah. And then, yeah, then basically it would be, so we've got the 4 stats, and so we would have, because we'd have one there, we would have another one here, another one here, another one here. It would basically follow the exact same, so like you'd have the indicators to show where it's currently at, and then, I don't know, and then just something, confirm or something, level up. Yeah, say something like, level up. Maybe? Ooh, that is my bad. Yeah.
Unknown artist says, oh yeah, have you posted the Tomb of Vercilias color palette yet? I really want to try to make something with it.
I have not yet. I could post this one because I think we're going to go with this one. So I hadn't posted it yet because I wasn't quite sure exactly which one we were going to go with, but I think it's probably going to be the one. So I can do this, and then let's increase this, I don't know, 800%. Yeah. We'll just save this as to my downloads. PNG. Save you as, okay. Tov color palette. There we go. And then we'll do a little bit of this. Pull this up. Come over here to my downloads. Then we'll pull over here. Oh boy. All right. What do we got here? What do we got here? So D should appear in third period, but since it did not show, it has to be in fourth after fours. 4S. That's why electrons fill up this way. 3S, 3D, 4P, and so on. Nick, I am very grateful for the amount of effort you've put in to trying and explaining it. But this is still just... It was 2 minutes for me. Yeah, but still, I just don't look at purple. It's not important. That's not the problem. I'm not looking at purple and saying what the freak is talking about. I'm very happy for you that the meme is funny, but I don't get it. And I'm so sorry. But I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it though. So thank you for at least attempting to help walk me through it. I am so sorry that the even walking through part is not working for me. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right. We're just gonna I'm gonna say thank you for posting that, and I do appreciate that. I think we're gonna go over here to art, and then I will post this over here into art. There we go. So for anyone who would like to use the Tomb of Vercilias color palette, there it is. There is the color palette for the Tomb of Vercilias. But yes, Nick, thank you. I appreciate that. I did not want to get into quantum numbers. Yeah, the quantum numbers would not have made things any better. Not even close. Randquist said, Kevin said, Nick, yes, Lua and JS are in the same boat. They're both terrible. Awful stuff. Prosto says, I'm playing Lua and hide and seek with my sanity. Yeah, that would cause you to play hide and seek with your sanity, that's for sure. Oh wait, Soultaker says, Zelda Gold Cartridge, Mario, and Duck Hunt were my very first Nintendo games I've played in 87 and 88. Oh, the Gold Cartridge, Legend of Zelda. That was, I don't know how, but I somehow broke my save file on Legend of Zelda, like the second Legend of Zelda. I somehow used a key where I wasn't supposed to, and then I wasn't able to get any more keys to progress in the temples, and then I couldn't progress. I'm sure nowadays I probably could have found some workaround, some way to fix it, but myself and my brother, we spent hours, days, weeks, months trying to figure out where the freak I had gone wrong. But we just were like, yep, I think you used a key somewhere where you should not have. And it somehow just, I was never able to find any more keys to be able to unlock any more doors, and I could not progress. It was terrible. But it was really cool. I do miss that era of gaming. Thus, you know, why I'm trying to make this game, to bring back that era. So, you know. All right, Prozo says, here is a joke, and here are all papers in quantum physics, biochemistry, and 18th century neurotic navigation that you need to study to understand the joke. With most jokes, I would get them. When it comes to, you know, jokes involving chemistry, not even close. Not even close. Completely untyped. Let's see. Then I'm ready to sync it. Have you done C++ or C#? That's a great question. Prosto, have you? Okay, so here's something else that I maybe want to look into, though. I don't know, old school level up screen. Because I'm almost thinking... Actually, well, no. Why when I look up, so I Googled old school level up screen. Why is it showing me a bunch of basically what looks like AI generated level up screens? Like, that's not what I want. Old school RPG level up screen. Okay, that helps a little bit. That helps a bit. So almost kind of something like this, where it's like the actual like dashed lines. I feel like could be nice. No, that's not quite right. I mean, I kind of like having just the like up and down buttons, but also at the same time, maybe not. No, that is kind of fun. It's made in RPG Maker though. No. Nah, RPG Maker. Oh my goodness!
Welcome some Randev and your 5 amazing audience members.
Some Randev, thank you so much for the raid. This is way later than I thought you would have been asleep forever ago. Why are you still awake? I mean, thank you for the raid, but why are you still awake? Moon has the same reactions every time someone raids. It's very funny. Have I become predictable? Have I become predictable? I think I have. It just makes me very excited, okay? And I just the hand goes up, I smack my headphones, and yeah, it's good time. It's a good time. But yeah, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that, some Randev. How did your stream go for you? Hopefully it went well. Hopefully it went well. We were working on a horrible concept for a level up screen, so, you know, very good times, very good times. You're not the boss of me. I'm sorry. I don't mean it to seem like I am. I usually feel like you're asleep by now. So I'm just saying. It must have been a very good stream for you then, if you've been awake this long then. Moonside Princess says, the word you are looking for is 90s/80s UI screen designs. That's probably a much better way to actually look at that. I wake when I want. That's fair. That's fair. I am not trying to be the boss of you, I swear, some Randev. Okay-ish, I spent 50 minutes on a bug because I used in instead of in JavaScript code. Been there. Been there! Yeah, I kind of had something similar. Well, I mean, I didn't spend 15 minutes. It was like 30 seconds, but I've been there. Where was it? Oh, that's right. So I needed to add a little thing here, a little condition for a loop. And I was like, well, I need it to be selecting a random number between 1 and 10, but I can't be having it actually go forward if it's selected either 6 or 7, or maybe it was 7 and 8. And so I was like, oh, well, let's just come in here. Let's set a conditional branch. We're just going to say if this variable is not equal to 8, and then originally I said or if it's not equal to 9, but it needs to be and, not or. That's comparable, right? Totally comparable. I usually am, but my sleep is wrecked right now. Understandable. And to clarify about C# consoles, apps, WinForms, WPF, WCF, Adonet, APNet, ASP Core, ZNA, all PF, those in some amount. Yes. I've done C#. Sheesh, Prosto, sheesh. Thank you for the resume, though. I appreciate that. Some random says, "Oop." Yeah, it was definitely an oop moment. That is for sure. Anyway, yeah, Moonside Princess. I think you are actually probably correct on that. Actually, I should probably Google that instead. Yeah, just doing old school RPG level up screen is not exactly getting the results that I would want. So yeah, I think we're gonna do 90/80s UI screen designs. We're gonna do 90/80s level up character level up UI screen designs. I said in the very beginning, and I will say it again now. Why is it showing me what feels like a whole bunch of AI generated level up UIs? I'm sure not all of them are, but a lot of them feel like it.
Unknown artist says, well, I want to go watch Demon Slayer. I'm going to head out now. I hope the rest of your stream goes well. Ha 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 ha.
Thank you, Unknown Artist. I appreciate that. Well, have fun. I hope you have an absolute blast of a time, and hopefully we'll see you on the next stream on Tuesday. So, till then, take care, good luck, and we will see you then. Yeah. Mosa is lurking. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that, Mosa. Oh, what do we got over here? That's just kind of a cool screen. It's not a level up screen, but I do like it. Yeah, I think I'm actually feeling relatively okay with the thought of this, the look of this, the whatever of that. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's grab that, and we're gonna grab that, and we're gonna come over here. And so that is the concept. Now we come over here. Yeah. Do. Wait, I need that still. Let's just turn it off. Let's not delete it. All right, so this is going to be the buttons. There we go. That should be a good gray. All right, so if we do, let's do a little bit of this. Vitality, that's what it's called, Vitality. We're gonna switch over to the 3x5 font, set that to 5 point and none. Yeah, that should be good, that should be good. Also, some Randev, if you got a raid and run, totally understandable. Well, if you're still here, if you've already left, that's totally fine. But yeah, if you got to do some raid and run, totally understandable. I know that it's pretty late for you, and you need your beauty sleep. So, if you gotta take off, totally understandable. And but I do appreciate the raid. Thank you for that. And yeah. But I don't want you to feel like you got to stick around if you need some sleep. I know you say your schedule is just way off right now and it is wrecked. And so yeah, so if you need some sleep, totally understandable. If you need to do it, if you must go. All right, so I do feel like the button needs to be large enough, but it almost feels like a little bit too large, you know? That should be all right. Okay. Some Randev says, no, I'm here. I'm just checking to see if I actually doxed myself on the stream. That's not good. You did? What? But it's no longer accessible, so it's okay. That's fair. That's fair. Dang it! Did somebody else record the stream? I'm asking for reasons. That's not good. I think I've only done that once, and it was not good. Here's what happened. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Dozer says, who's gonna tell him? Some Randev, nobody probably cares. Oh, jeez. Jeez. I care. I care. I care about you, some Randev. I want you to be safe. No doxing yourself. Whether on purpose or accident. Huh? I know. Freaking... what happened? I feel like we need the story now, some Randev. Do I have... Here's the real question. Do I have... On the UI... Okay, I don't. So Vitality, Dexterity, Wisdom, Luck, none of those are linked to any kind of colors. Which is fine. That's fine. We don't necessarily need any colors to be linked to them. I think right now, let's just get like the general idea and vibe going. So, I'll just call that like lines or something, sure. If you doxed, don't call attention to it. I mean, fair, but you could run into the issue where it's like, if you don't call attention to it, there is a chance that someone may come along and find it anyway. Because I mean, here's the thing, Ranquist. I don't know if you know this, but some Randev is kind of a big deal. Yeah. A lot of people may have seen it. I know I've done this before on stream, but I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna give some Randev a shout out. You know it has to happen. You know it has to. If you're not subscribed to some Randev over on YouTube, make sure to go subscribe to some Randev. Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. Not a whole lot of recent stuff, which is totally understandable. But yeah, especially if you use RPG Maker, holy smokes. Holy smokes. The plugins, the tutorials, oh, just top notch. So if you haven't yet, make sure to go subscribe. Yeah, there we go. There's my plug for some Randev. So like, never Google anything on stream. I mean, that's fair. I will usually try and not have it be up on the screen. I have done it a few times, and it hasn't turned out super great. I will care if you tell what you did. Wait. I will care if you tell, what did you dox? It's a joke. Don't take me seriously. So like, never Google anything. Okay, so you were Googling something, and I'm assuming it like either showed your address when you pulled it up, or something close to your place. WTF, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah, I'm not as well wise to this doxing thing. I mean, that's fair. No, and it happens. It happens. I mean, like I said, again, I accidentally did it once, and I very quickly pulled down that VOD, and I was like, all right, we're good to go. Good to go. So, yeah, it can be a little sketchy when it does happen. But as long as you just jump in there really quick, get rid of it, should be good. Should be good. But yeah, some Randev is a big deal. I'm just saying. And you can deny it all you want, but you are. I would also like to apologize. It is getting late, and yeah. My brain is not firing on all cylinders. Oh, jeez. Do we need to actually fill in this thing? I don't know if we need to. I feel like we don't need to / shouldn't. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. Let's see, Soul Taker says, darn, it would, wait, I would like to stay a little longer, but my cat is ready for bed. Also, hello, Dev. I watched a lot of your videos when I was starting out with RPG Maker. Oh, so there we go. Look at that. Also, Soul Taker, I am so sorry if you're gone already, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you on, one of the next streams, but, yeah, hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and, yeah, we'll see you around. I hope. Fingers crossed. Salazar says, yo, how's it going? It is going absolutely fantastic, Salazar. How you doing? Hopefully life is treating you well. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Yeah. I worry now. I now worry that it's going to be too basic feeling of a thing here, you know? Yeah. This might actually have to be something that I go back to the drawing board just a little bit on. I worry about just going with like just basic buttons, you know, of just like level up your vitality. It's like I want something a little bit more interesting feeling, you know. And like maybe it's not like the worst thing in the world, but I feel like even just doing something like this where it's like, I don't know, yeah, 2, 4, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I don't know why I'm counting. It isn't going to mean anything because I don't think that's actually going to be what we go with, right? It just feels very generic, and I don't want it to feel generic. So it's like, yes, then you would fill it up, and as it fills up, that would fill up. Yeah, that's just not feeling good. That's just not feeling good. Not at all. Be honest, and not bad. Wait. What did you dox? Don't make it specific. Was it search history stuff? No, I said already. Can't say anymore. Cannot say anymore. You might have missed it. I'm blind. What I worry about the most is that you are using an Adobe subscription. Yeah. I need to get off this thing. I really do. One of these days. Moonwood's refusal to use A-Sprite for pixel art sends me. Moon Games, what do you say about using MS Paint? Oh, I could. I mean, honestly, so here's the thing. The reason why I absolutely love using Photoshop, I mean, one, it's because I've been using it for like 25 years now. Like I literally got my first version of Photoshop, totally legal version of Photoshop. Like, yeah, I was probably about 10-ish years old, and yeah, so it's been like 20 years now, and I don't know, I just, yeah. Let's see, A-Sprite has a palette right in the top left where you have it currently in Photoshop. Well, and here's the thing, I could also, I could turn on the palette window somewhere. I swear there's a palette window. No, they call it swatches. That's what they call it. I could pull out the swatches. There we go. And I've got my swatches right there. I mean, I would have to, you know, build out my swatch, but yeah, I could have my swatch right there. It'd be great. I've never really liked my swatches. I don't like using swatches. I like to have it on the thing for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, and I'm pretty sure that A-Sprite's got layers, right? Like you got layers in A-Sprite. But here's the one thing that does A-Sprite have this? If I were to, you know, say for example, I needed to know the exact pixel point of this, would I be able to do something like this where I could be like, you know, grab from the top right corner here and then come over here and be like, okay, so starting in the top left corner of this spot right here, that is 124 pixels wide and 75 pixels. So it'd be an X 124 and a Y of 75. Can you do that? Can you do that in A-Sprite? He's using a subscription. No, I actually am paying for Photoshop. I actually am paying for it now. Yeah, you A-Sprite people, you're way out of reality. No, I'm sure it's absolutely, like, here's the thing, like, I know a lot of people that use A-Sprite, and I need to actually give it a shot. I think Paint has layers. The last time I checked, I don't think it does yet. Yeah, it's got layers and animation frames. Well, I can do the same thing in Photoshop. I can do timeline, and I can be like, create a thing, and I can do a thing. And I can be like, on this one, do this thing, and then do that, and I can be like, now you do that, now you do that. Actually, I think this is updating all of them. Dang it. You get the idea. You get the idea. Anyway, yeah, I should probably give it a shot, because I know there are a lot of people that I know that do use it, and they do really good stuff with it. So, I don't know. Yes, it has the select measurements with the rectangle select. All right, that's fair then. There's nothing that comes close to Photoshop. I mean, that's true, but here's the thing, like, when it comes to what I'm currently doing, like the actual pixel art stuff itself, it is overkill. It is 100% overkill, but I do use it for other things, which is why I can kind of justify it, because I do use it outside of just this pixel art stuff. So that's kind of how I justify it, because I'm like, I would need it for those other things, but then I also do pixel art. I know it seems like I only do pixel art because that's all I do on stream, but I do use it for other things. I swear I do. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I want something a little bit more than just lines. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. It'll be good. It'll be good. I hope. Fingers crossed. Maybe stick with Photoshop then. I don't know. Wait. I didn't know it could do that. Well, I mean, yeah, well, yeah. So it definitely can. I mean, you can do, yeah, so we can open up a timeline, create a new frame of animation, and basically the idea is, you know, so I'd create a new one, and then I think if I were to do that, I honestly cannot remember how I'm supposed to do this thing. I can't remember how to do the animation frames. I honestly do not. I know that I've done it before. I just can't, for some reason, think about how to do it right now. Try to play with smart objects. Nothing does it better other than Photoshop. And the file format in TIFF works. You can read it. I mean, that's true. That's true. And I do really like being able to convert things to smart objects. The smart objects to be able to then resize those things is crazy how well that stuff works. Yeah. Let's see. Salazar says, doing great, man. Doing some game dev myself. How much longer do you think you'll be working on Vercilias? So the demo, the current hard deadline for the demo is like December 18th, because that will mark my 1 year mark of doing game dev on Tomb of Vercilias, and I'm like, I would love to have the playable demo out by then. I'm like, at the 1 year mark. I would absolutely love to have it out before the end of November, honestly. Like, that's kind of like my soft deadline is before the end of next month. But the absolute hard deadline, I'm like, I will probably like be staying up other nights while not streaming just to do work on it, and I will get that thing done if I don't have it done before the end of November. But then, yeah, so December 18th is like my absolute hard deadline where I'm like, I want that uploaded and done. So, but that's just the demo, because then after that, then we have like the full game. If I'm being completely realistic with how long it has taken me, unless something crazy changes and I'm able to switch and do full-time game dev stuff, which I highly doubt is going to happen anytime soon, it's probably going to be near the end of next year. So probably mid to end of 2026 is when the full game will actually be released. Will it maybe be potentially, hopefully, out sooner than that? Hopefully. But as of right now, that's kind of what it's potentially looking like. So yeah. But as of right now, the smaller stepping stone that I'm currently on working towards is the playable demo. So let's see. Soul Taker says, stay beautiful and may the shadows of darkness protect you. Even if you're male or female, that's what I always say when I'm saying bye. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Well, there we go. So to anyone who is male, female, or in between, I hope the shadows of darkness protect you. I like it. Let's see here. Dazu says, Moonman, have you counted the backups you did since the start and hours on the project? Have I counted the backups that I've done since the start and hours on the project? Like, how many hours have I spent? That I have not counted. How many backups I've done of Tomb of Vercilias? I have quite a few. I have quite a few backups. I will say that. I have the actual like current version of the game saved in like 6 places, I think. A couple flash drives, a couple different computers, and then on a couple different drives on my current main computer. I do not want it to disappear. If this were to ever just disappear, that would not be good. So what's the next code? For the game? Or what do you mean, Renquist? Just count the streams? Oh, that's true. That's true. We could just count the amount of streams that I've got. Because yeah, it's I mean, a very rough estimate would be we're on currently stream 114, and on average, I do about 4 hours, sometimes more, sometimes less. But I've also done stuff outside of streaming and stuff like that. It's probably been more than that, but yeah, roughly 450-ish hours. Yeah. Good times. Good times. Jeez, that's crazy. 19 days of non-stop game dev. That is kind of crazy to think, though. If I had nothing else in my life and I didn't have to sleep or eat or crap, I could have had this thing done in like probably 40 days. Yeah. It's not bad. 20 days rounded up. There we go. Yeah, I could have had this thing done in 40 days and we would have called it good. Well, there we go. I'm going to start a Kickstarter, and I'm going to ask everyone for at least $5,000. Yeah. If all of you could give me $5,000, everyone watching right now, that is 30 people total between Twitch and YouTube. If all of you could give me $5,000, I will have this thing done before April of next year. And that's a promise. So there we go. Just, I'll link my Venmo. We'll call it good to go. Oh, coding time so I can pick your code apart. Oh, trust me. There is a lot you could pick apart with this code. There is a lot of garbage in here. Most of it is like RPG Maker's drag and drop eventing. But every now and then, I say every now and then, basically in every single event there is JavaScript, but yeah, for the most part, most of it is RPG Maker's eventing code. So like you could pick it apart, but for the most part, it would mostly just be these little JavaScript, I don't know, scriptlets that you would pick apart. Okay, so what's the current problem? I don't know if we have a current problem. It's more of just a, the idea of just, I need to do the next thing. So the next thing is going to be actually coding, designing and then coding the level up screen, which shouldn't be that bad. Like, honestly, the level up screen should be fine. I just want to think of a fun way to build it out, right? And it's not just, here's a button with a horizontal line that just shows what your power level in vitality, dexterity, luck is. I want it to be a little bit more fun, but I don't know. Wait, what? Don Salamanca updated says, am I an effing bum, bro? I can't even buy you some Cheetos. All right, I'll allow it. Well, Don, I appreciate the honesty, and that is totally understandable. I get that. I will happily take some Cheetos when you can get to that point, because I'm gonna need some kind of sustenance. So there we go. So when you can get to the point of offering Cheetos, then everybody else just will fund the project, and we'll be good to go. But no, Don, I appreciate that. And no, not obviously joking here. I do not want anyone to think that I'm one of those streamers who's like, give me your money, because I 100% am not. I don't know what I would do if someone were to be like, here's $5,000. I would probably have an aneurysm, if I'm being completely honest. Anyway, yes, so I think I'm gonna have to do some Googling, see what I can find out, see what would inspire me to create a good level up screen. Because again, this level up screen is just, it's way too basic. I mean, again, this is what I was making when I first started the project back in December. I think I made this level up screen in like January or something like that. Actually, I'm pretty sure I could tell you because I uploaded a video on it, so I could probably tell you. There we go, creating a level up pipeline for my indie game. January 11th is when I created this thing. January 11th. Good times. And yeah, it worked well back then, but some design aspects about the game have changed, and it just, yeah, I want it's a different vibe and feel that I'm going for now. So, I'm going to be looking into how to best show how to level up in the game, which basically the level up process is just going to be you are assigning.
Thanks for the follow, Don Salamanca updated.
Thank you so much for the follow, Don. I appreciate that. Thank you. Some Randev says, I am. Please give me all your money. So there we go. Yeah, if you're gonna give anyone money, go give it to Some Randev. Some Randev needs it more than I do. Don says, but tell you what, I will use my Prime subscription when it's available. Oh, Don. I would sincerely appreciate that. You do not have to, but I would sincerely appreciate that. Thank you. Daza says, is this the almost infinite system of upgrades you had at first? No. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Well, basically, I mean, like, it's still in the game, technically. It's not, it's very old. It's very old, and it just doesn't do, actually, I honestly have no idea if it's even still in the game. I may have just, like, completely shut it off. I don't think that I deleted it, but I don't think, let me see if I can find it. All right, freaking switches. I'm pretty sure it was just called, like, level up, switch 31. Oh, literally just the next page. Okay, yeah, I think I shut it off completely. Doesn't react to Switch anymore because I'm just like, it's not good. So, yeah, so we're just gonna completely replace it. And yeah, again, I mean, kind of like I was saying, you know, it was very basic. Like, this was literally what it was. It just pulled up this window right here, and you would click on one of the buttons, and it would add 1 vitality or 1 strength or 1 dexterity, whatever it is, and then you hit confirm. And that was it. So I wanted to feel a little bit more exciting than just that. So when's Devlog 7? It'll happen. I swear it's gonna happen one of these days. Yeah. Soon. He went to buy cigarettes this time. It's gonna take a while. I went to go buy a lotto ticket. That's where I've been. And one of these days I will find the lotto ticket and I will return home. It's gonna happen. I swear. Anyway, yeah, I think that's probably gonna be about it, though. I don't know if we've got really any more time to get further into it, so I think we're probably gonna call it there. But I do appreciate everyone joining for all the chatting. It's been an absolute blast hanging out with everybody, getting some stuff done. I am glad that we got some of the decorations done. And yeah, so again, I will be spending a little bit of time trying to, like, have a little bit of creative inspiration. I'm probably going to be scouring Pinterest, because I know that sounds weird, but there's a lot of really good game dev inspiration on Pinterest. So probably going to be scouring Pinterest, scouring other parts of the web, probably just looking at a whole bunch of old RPGs from the 80s and 90s and just kind of seeing if there's any level up systems in there that I'm just like, that is the one. And then hopefully on Tuesday when we come back to here, we will be able to start implementing and designing and doing all that fun stuff. So it's going to be a big one since 07. Oh my gosh, that's true. That is 07. We will have to make it a big one. All right, everybody. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evenings or days, mornings, wherever you may be in this world. I will see you all on the next one on Tuesday. Until then, take care, good luck, and yeah. I think that's about it. So we're just going to call it there. Goodbye.